worlds from nothing and turn pixels to power.
They move like a boss, no controller required. Turn the block to high rule, every move inspired. Every coin got a purpose, every flip got weight. Ain't no shortcuts here, ain't no walk to escape. Red shell for the ops, green light on the go. Talk slick like Luigi, they just move too slow. Ghibli vision, let the paper stack high like the clouds. Now it's castles in the sky when the plans pan out. Local nerd, that's the gang, whole team got goals. Turn a 1 up to a milli, let the numbers unfold. Play the game with no save, now the legacy set. Ain't no reset button, just respect on a check.
They roll the dice, but we don't play fair. Every move we make, they stop and stare. They pray for luck, but we make the game. Local nerd, yeah, they know the name.
They call him Eric the Destroyer, built his name out of bricks. Turn a stack to a tower, not a skyline rich. Ain't no piece out of place, every play been set. Told him watch where you step, that's a chain effect. Infinity stones in his pockets, mind sharp like Stark. Put the game in his suit, now it glow in the dark. Ain't no hero in this world that could write his end. Told him if you build like Thanos, gotta lose some friends. Every flip got a plan, every set got weight. Told him Lego my ego, every block holds stakes. Ain't no marvel at the grind, just a wave finesse. Turn the end game credits to his own success.
Stack the bricks, set the throne, we built this here. Heroes rise, villains fall, we show no fear. Lay the pieces down, watch the vision grow. Local nerd, now the world gon' know.
Glammy move like a summoner, hand raised in the air. Caught a storm like Rama, leave him stuck in despair. Ain't no phoenix down for 'em when they run out of breath. Only question that remains, do they fight or they rest? Final Fantasy grind, every guild gets flipped. Turn the Midgard slums to a Wall Street script. Ain't no Shinra contracts keeping it down. Every step got precision, ain't no lost and found. Foot clan tactics, how a squad moves stealth. Either ride with the turtles or you fight yourself. When the beat drop low, know the magic take hold. This ain't RPG talk, just the way life's told.
They roll the dice, but we don't play fair. Every move we make, they stop and stare. They pray for luck, but we make the game. Local nerd, yeah, they know the name.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Local Nerds. And today, I'm your host, Stacey did. We've got a fucking hell of a show for you guys. Gloves are off today. We've got a lot to say. If you guys missed Local Live yesterday, you're gonna have to go back and watch that one after this episode to get a little bit of context on why we're here. But, it's me and Eric versus Glammy, so we'll see how this goes. We're gonna open it up to, waiting as well. I'm going to let people know that now. If you wanna come get your opinions in, no guarantee you'll be on immediately, but feel free to jump into waiting, and we're just gonna go ahead and get started with everything. Hello, guys. We are live on air. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah,
I am doing good. And so, as they just mentioned, there has been some tension going on within the local lot or nerds. And you know what? Today I am not going to be filtered Eric. No. So I am going to be unfiltered Eric because I have a bone to pick with a certain blondie.
Okay. Unfiltered. Zay told you exactly what to say, and you're gonna repeat it. Got it.
Yeah, but you never called him a puppet, right? You never said any of that.
No.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit, bro. You see, you literally you're such a hypocrite. You literally caught yourself in the first 5 minutes of the fucking show.
You know what you
Like,
first
seriously,
job.
yeah, how easy is it to catch you in 4K? Yeah, I am
said when
speaking, Glammy. If you talk
And you
over
cut
me,
me
I
off
will
all the
end up
time.
firing you.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, the first thing that you said about your friend when he first got hired was, "Oh, don't worry, he's just hired to be the punching bag." That's what you said.
Nobody ever called him the punching bag. The same thing I've said to
You
Eric.
did.
The
Yes,
same thing
you
I've said to
did.
Eric a million times. There's a structure for a show. He makes a good goofball. Haven't I said that to you, Eric?
Yes, you did, and I can back that up.
Back to me.
Even in these group chats that we were in, she has called me the goofball of the show, and on my defense, I
She
am a
calls you
goofball.
punching bag to me. She ain't gonna fuck you, bro.
I'm still talking. I am still. Don't talk over me, Glammy. Shut the fuck up.
So then don't
Or
talk
I
over
will
me.
end up firing you by the end of this show.
Oh, you're gonna fire me with one power, dickhead! My says Keemstar, not you!
Shit, well here, at the end of the day, Glammy, it's 2 against 1, and here's the thing, you don't contribute to the show at all. I'm on Eric's side with this one. You fucking played yourself.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
You're
I
on
mean,
Eric's
wait. Let's start by getting into it. So, let's start by getting
Because
into
I'm
it.
with you, that's why.
One thing I want to point out, for everyone who's saying Glammy has contributed to the show, she left for a fat camp on March 7th. Okay, she's not getting back from fat camp until April 5th. That is almost a whole month gone from your show, and on top of that, Nightmare, who's literally from Welsh in the UK, is already back home from fat camp. You said you were leaving early for fat camp to take your honeymoon, but now you're taking another honeymoon on top of that, and then we're expected to carry the show for you. So what have you contributed, Glammy?
I will give Nightmare credit for this. I'm still talking.
Good for you.
I will give Nightmare credit. Even when he is at fat camp, he still does tests on the regular basis. You appeared on Nerds for like 1 episode. The second episode that we have while you're at fat camp, you're in a Harry Potter closet. And that wasn't until we fight you to get a studio.
No, that's not true at all.
Yeah, it's pretty much. I seen it with my own eyes. Nice, thank you very much.
You have no idea what you're talking about. The reason I had to go
I
back
have plenty of idea what I'm talking.
this time. Okay. So I was in the back room because that was the only place I could go because the main setup was being put together for the main show. Our time slot got the setups always ended up interrupting because they had to move it around at the time of our show. But I still called in, and every single time I wasn't there, it was because I was told that it was okay. And even then, I still figured it out and went on my phone.
We were also told we didn't have to do a show today. We decided to do a show today, showed up and did it anyways. Just because you're told you don't have to do something doesn't mean that you don't want to. And yesterday on LolCal Live, you said you don't like the direction the show is going in. So let's say you're on a show, you hate the direction the show is going in. Why would you then take a back seat, not contribute at all to the show, not contribute at all to the content, and then just expect us to do all the work for you and make the show that you want?
Nope, I put the things in the docket that I wanted to talk about, and then couldn't end up being there
The
because
things in the docket were already talked about.
I'm talking again.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Eric brings a valid point. The things that you brought to the docket, I don't give a fuck, Amy. The things that you brought to the docket were already talked about.
You interrupt me all the fucking time. You talk down to me.
Amy, you talk down to every single co-host on your show. You talk down to every single person on the show.
The more you're making yourself looking worse.
Do you see how we're having a calm conversation with you and you're spurging out on us?
Becky, do you have anything to say to defend?
Hi, Becky.
Hi. Two things.
Now, because pretty sure you were calling for pitchforks and yeah, get the bitch. But now all of a sudden you're like, oh, do you have anything nice to say? Yeah, you're two-faced. Becky.
Oh,
If I may, I'm here to help Glammy since it's a 2v1. Am I echoing badly for you guys?
No.
Somebody's echoing. I don't know who it is. I think somebody has their volume turned a little too up.
Okay, I'll make sure I turn mine down. Also, Glammy, are you on your regular setup? Because your mic sounds really bad, so it's hard to hear you.
No, I'm not home. I'm visiting family because I just got married. So I'm going through home. I ended up being able to see family that I had.
But Becky, are you willing to just listen to us having a...
I'm talking. So I'm going to go home, and on my way home, I'm going to go visit family that we haven't seen in years because they moved out of state, so we were able to see them as a married couple. Okay, go ahead.
Eric, you were going to ask me a question?
Are you going to be willing to listen to me and say having talking points instead of argue? Okay, I appreciated that.
Yeah, of course. I'm here to listen to you guys, but I also just want to help Glammy since it's a 2v1 right now. But of course, I'm going to listen to everything. I would say when Glammy was at Fat Camp, she was doing a different kind of work. She was busy making connections for you guys with the show. And she actually did show up there. And I think that's valid. And she spent her honeymoon doing it. So I think she should get a little bit of credit for that.
I won't discredit that. That was one thing I didn't get to mention on Lolcow Live yesterday. She did go to Fat Camp. She did show up, and she was doing the work of like making connections with people in person. That is valid. I will not discredit anybody who went to Fat Camp because they all, I don't know what went on behind the scenes at Fat Camp. I wasn't there. And there's, of course, work that happened. But our point being is that, yes, while she was at Fat Camp, she was doing that, but so were all the other hosts while also contributing to their show. When Ken couldn't be there for Cafe, Bean subbed in and vice versa. And when Nightmare couldn't be there for Test, Grim subbed or had people come in vice versa. Glammy just doesn't show up to the show, doesn't show up to the meetings, and then expects us to do the show that she wants, which we tried to contribute and put all the stuff she put into the docket on the show, but those were some of the lowest numbers we saw on the show was when we were covering the topics that Glammy asked us to put in the docket.
Yeah, and I can back up on that. We really suck while talking the stuff that Glammy wants to talk about. And all the time, the comments were like, talk about nerdy shit, or it's talk about drama. Now, I will give to Keemstar. He did mention that we shouldn't look at the comments being thrown at us, but it's the thing that I've said before. The audience don't know what they want, and when we do give them what they want the other way. So it's just like, we're trying different ways to please the audience. And we are low-cal nerds at the end of the day. And every time we go into nerdy topic, it will always be niche shit. Me, I can go on for days talking about the lore between Avatar, the Legend and the Legend of Korra. But guess what? Despite its popularity and controversies with the James Cameron Avatar films, it's still niche. So
I'm sorry, Eric. It's sometimes if you talk too long, I might jump in. Were you done with your
No,
point?
that's fine.
Okay.
I am glad you decided not to be your bitchy self today.
I'm just here to try to help because I understand where Glammy's at of feeling dogpiled and stuff. Glammy, were you allowed to take the time off? I mean, you're still allowed to be off today, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she didn't have to do anything at all. So anything she did was a bonus. It was approved time off, and she chose to spend her honeymoon and wedding with Lolcow anyway.
So my point with that is that she has been gone for Fat Camp since March 7th. If you look back at our channel, that is the first day that she left for the show. She was on that show, and then March 8th, she wasn't on the show. And then she is not going to be back from Fat Camp until April 5th. That is almost a month of not being here, not contributing, and everybody else is home from Fat Camp. I understand that she has this time off, but she already took the honeymoon at first. That's why she told us she was taking off from March 7th until she got to Fat Camp was for the honeymoon. So now she's taking a second honeymoon and leaving us in the dust.
No, the first week that I left, I had already set it up, and I had already explained to Keem, hey, I'm going to leave a week early because of the fact that I'm getting married. Because me and my guy were going to go to Vegas and get married, and that was going to be the first week. So I had told him about that, and then he said, okay, well, why don't you do the wedding at LCU? But I had already had set up plans for my pets, everything like that, so that I can make sure that I could go. So everything was already set, pre-planned. So I said, well, I already planned everything, so I'm going to go this week. And he knew about that. Now, as far as when I'm coming back, he was the one that said, okay, you have until April 1st. Now, I'm not going to actually get home until the 5th, but I am calling in on my phone, and I'm doing what I can. So all the stuff that I was not present for, I was approved for. So there's that.
Okay, but while you are calling in on your phone, what we're saying we have a problem with, you went on Lolcow Live, you said your main reason for not watching our show and the episodes you haven't been on is because you hate the show, you hate the direction and what it's going in. If you really feel that way, then why are you not taking part in the meetings, actually creating a docket or doing something? Instead, you come into the meetings, you tell everybody what to do for you. You don't actually contribute. You send links and then tell everybody, put this on the docket. You don't show up to the meeting where we talk about, I'm in the middle of talking, Glammy, I didn't interrupt you. you come into the meetings where we are talking about things, you get distracted, you get sidetracked, you're looking at everything in the background, you are not actually focused on the content. We bring up, hey, here's the link you brought. How can we talk about this on the show? You do not do that with us. You do not show up to those meetings and contribute that.
Becky, you can back this up while you are manager of Nerds too, right?
As manager of Nerds, I was mostly working with Zay, and Glammy was gone most of the time. But from what I understand, Glammy has a hard time working with you guys because she feels like the entire docket team is your friend, Zoe. Zay, sorry. She feels like she gets a lot of pushback.
Well, that's the funny part. I wanted to bring that up. So these people that Glammy is claiming are my friends, these are the same people that Glammy hung out with every day for more hours than I did in my side server. She literally would say all the time, I love this group. I'm so glad I found these group of people to be friends with, blah, 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 blah. But now you're turning on them because they had some criticisms for you. Do you think they don't criticize me every single show? They tell me where I fuck up. They tell me where I do wrong. But you couldn't handle the criticism, so now you're calling them Zay Sims because they dared to disagree with you.
No, it wasn't that at all. The main one was Gaffagarian because he went on multiple shows and ended up talking shit about me wrapped in $20 donos. He's the one that has come up. I wasn't upset with anybody until, although that J-Clop person, he's drunk. When he's drunk, he is a massive...
Yeah, that's not my fucking... I do not excuse any whatever. I don't know what happened with that. That's not my fucking... I told you when you told me about that. I don't know what fucking happened. I don't excuse that. But Gaffagarian...
that was a mess.
But Gaffagarian donating $20...
Every other shows and has talked bad about me. Said he's supposed to be a part of our docket and he's tore me down. I have screenshots. Of so many things that he's donated on our show, on other shows, about trying to say, oh, she doesn't do this and that and the third.
Buff, if you're not here to add to the conversation, I'm going to kick you. Sorry. Are you here to add something?
Go ahead, Buff. Weird.
He's not. He's just here to fucking meme. Anyways, sorry, we're talking. So my issue is, if you hate our docket team so much, Gaff is hating on you and these $20 donos where he's just giving you constructive criticism, really. That's really all it is. Why did you come into the docket chat right after Locale Live yesterday and try to get the docket team to make the docket for you for today's show, if you hate them so much?
Can I just say something? Because
the docket team does?
I think going point by point might be a little more productive, and Glammy made a point and then he moved on to a different question. Glammy was making the point that Gaffgarian goes to all these other shows and criticizes her, and that kind of undermines your show as a whole and definitely her by doing that. So what are your thoughts on that? Why do you think it's okay for him to do that?
Gaffagarian hasn't gone to a bunch of other shows and criticized her. The only time Gaff donates 20s is in response to somebody talking about something that's incorrect, because he is behind the scenes. He does see what happens on the docket. So if he donates to talk about something on another show, it was either Glammy, whoever, talking about nerds and said something incorrect, and he's coming to correct the record. He's never just straight said, yeah, Glammy fucking sucks, she doesn't contribute anything. Never once has Gaffagarian ever donated something of that nature. He's always provided constructive criticism.
Right? Glammy spent 4 days calling into the show from her phone. Don't accept the shitty excuse. Brainstorm punishment ASAP. What does Glammy deserve? Gaffagarian, our show.
Yeah, because I think he's definitely right on
Glammy is
that.
actively making lunch for fat camp instead of showing up for the work. What is the punishment for this? At least Pharaoh showed up for the streams he was scheduled to be here for.
Yeah, I will. I'll give Pharaoh this, even though he is
I told you.
I'm still talking.
Do you want to listen me first? But go ahead.
Give me a chance to talk to you. She's hardly talking.
What I was about to say, and I will give Pharaoh credit, even though he's being a Zay hater, or for being off of nerds, he does show up whenever it's just me, he, and her.
That's not what you said the last time before he got kicked. That is not what you said. Both fit pitchforks and everything. He's not here. He's not contributing. He's not. Now all of a sudden we switched. Got it.
And to the point, like, Gaffgarian has gone on other shows, I'm seeing it now, or on your show as well, just keeping on rooting for punishments for her. So it's like he's actively got a vendetta for her.
Now, I can explain that one. So Glammy, behind the scenes, has said multiple times that the number one thing she thinks she contributes to the show is punishment. So the only reason Gaffagarian is donating and saying those things, you've said that, Glammy. You literally have said this.
No. You keep lying, girl. You are such a fucking liar. The amount of lies. Fuck out
TTS.
your
Nightly
fucking
Truth
TTS.
super chatted $19.99. W. Becky being the voice of reason.
I'm not gonna lie, Glammy. There's nothing I can do when all you want to do is say everything is a lie. I have multiple clips of you contradicting yourself if you want me to prove you're a liar, because I can do that.
Go ahead, show me the
Her
proof.
point, I think her point, everyone contradicts themselves sometimes, but I think her point is that she's feeling isolated and ganged up on by everybody. So like by you and Eric, which we clearly see happening right now, right? That's already a 2v1. But then by the people behind the scenes, like you said, like Gaff Gary and on the docket team. So she feels like no matter where she steps, she's walking through a minefield.
So is she being ganged up on, or is everybody all having the exact same criticisms of her and she's just not listening? If you go back and you watch, there's multiple shows where we've said the same thing to her. There's a show we did, I think it was March 6th, where we had the same criticism, where I explained to Glammy, here's exactly what we want to see you contributing into the docket. I want you to send links, I want you to summarize them. What has she done since then? Only send
Gafgarian
links.
super chatted
TTS.
$20. I donate because I want the show to succeed. There is a difference between me saying things in donos on this stream to try to push content forward versus me saying things on other shows. Give me your other show screenshots, Glimmy.
Can you do that? Did you hear the donation?
Yeah, you just said that all I did, you said that I should send links into the docket, and then you just said, what did she do? Send links.
If you listen to what I just said out of my mouth, I said send links and summarize them. You never understand that point. You send a Wikipedia link and you think we can do anything with that, Glammy. Nobody can do shit with
Glammy,
that.
I'm not sure how old you were when you were in high school, but Wikipedia is by our standard, it's not allowed to be used as sources. Becky, can you back up on that?
Well, if you're writing an academic paper, no, you wouldn't include it. But that's only because it's considered general knowledge that everyone should have. But Glammy could use that for a show for the background for people who don't have that general knowledge.
Right, but if she was bringing a summary and how she was going to use it, yes. That's the thing we've asked her for, is when you bring us something for the docket, come into the meeting then and tell us how you want to use this on the show, like Eric does, like I do. But she hasn't done that.
Because
Like
I'll
when
talk and I go off of what I'm saying for it.
See, this is what I was, having issues with. If every time I try to talk, I just, let Glammy yap, and this is why I struggle to find a voice. But now today is unfiltered Eric. Unfiltered Eric is off for today.
Yeah, I actually watched back that stream, sir, when you said fuck me because of the fact that I interrupted you. Guess what? I was talking first. I watched it back. You do it more often than I do. On me, and then yell at me for it.
Hey guys, I just want to read a message that Beans put in the chat because I think it is a good point. The biggest piece of content, which is the wedding, they just talked about for 5 minutes and shat on it instead of being happy for their co-host. I do things for Ken, he does things for me because we understand and like each other. Y'all have a toxic dynamic. Why would she even want to show up, basically, is what Bean said.
The toxic dynamic started after Glammy tried to get me fired with you, Keem. That's where it started. I could bring up the exact clip of where it started. After that day, you can look in the records. That's when I stopped calling you. That's when I stopped talking to you. Because why would you try and lie on my name?
Calling quite a while ago and I've even told Pharaoh himself, I told him that I don't trust you because of the way that you are and you talk down to me all the time. You act like you're better than me. I don't give a shit. You can have whatever clip you want. You're lying. You've been lying. There's been
Love had to say I'm lying.
Kind of things for narrative.
Do you have an example of how I've lied at all? No. But I have real life examples of how you literally lied to Keem and then backtracked on it later. You want me to show the clip?
Oh yeah, I apologize. That was
Lied to her. I have an example of where you've lied to her. You told her you told her that you were her friend, but then you took her spot from the show.
And Becky,
Now,
you know why that happened. You were in that meeting. You know why that happened. Do you really want me to say it?
No, but that's not the point. I'm going to address that too. Still, you're saying she tried to get you fired, but you've actually taken her spot. So,
and then,
right, there's a toxic dynamic, but from both sides here.
And then, when you came on to fire me,
Pharaoh 96
TTS.
super chatted $19.99. Toxic dynamic. best describes working with dog water.
What is that hand
And then,
signal?
oh, sorry, that's for TTS so that like they know that it's still going because it doesn't show for them.
I can't hear it.
Yeah. So, the Minecraft stream where you came on and fired me, and then you put Glammy on. After that, Glammy could have been off the show. She stayed on the show. Me and Glammy stayed together. You know why our friendship broke up? When she tried to get me fired with Keem, I stopped calling her. I stopped talking to her because all my friends said she was fake as fuck for doing that. When all I was doing was helping her.
Can I
It
ask
was
a
Well-
question?
before that.
Go ahead, Keem.
I just want to say, April 1st, one side's going to have to go. Either Eric and Zay have to go, or Glammy has to go. We'll figure it out. But best of luck, y'all.
I
It's
have a
not going to be
question.
me
Why,
and Eric, I'll tell you that.
why can't it be Glammy and Zay?
For me, this show is built for me, so
And
it's
yet
already my show.
look at the numbers when you were running the show and when I was running the show. When was it failing? When you were running the show. And I
And look
bet
at
you,
what happens when- and look at what happens when I'm not on the show now. It goes down. And then when I'm on the show, the numbers are higher.
Question,
numbers-
just as a viewer, why does it have to be, I wish I could have asked this while Keem was here, why does it have to be Glammy and Eric, I'm sorry, Zay and Eric versus Glammy? Why can't it be Zay and Glammy?
I'm not interested in working with Glammy. Eric
Like-
brought up a ton of valid
I'm not
points to
interested
me.
in her either.
Yeah, I was speaking. Eric brought up a ton of valid points to me. Every show Glammy has been on, she's been a detriment to the show. You can't deny that. She's been taken off every show for a reason. She does not contribute behind the scenes. She's not contributing to the content. We tried. I literally tried. There's so many shows you can see me telling her, hey, here's what I want you to bring in content. Here's what I want you to bring to the table. And then never did.
My question, it's really quick, Eric, and then I'll be quiet. My question is, so you actually think the show will be stronger with you and Eric versus you and Glammy? That's just what I'm wondering.
I feel like our
Yeah,
chemistry
we
is
actually
better.
think so.
I feel like we could work together on the show way better, actually make content that we can agree on and not spend 3 hours with her being distracted in a meeting talking about everything but the show.
Eric, how
But
much
that's
of
not
the
why I was kicked off of all the shows, though, because I brought it down or that I was hard to work with. That is not true. It was because of the fact that the content inside it was not a fit for who I am.
Hold on. 1 second. 1 second.
Right.
Mother.
Show.
Hold up, stream went down for a second.
Okay, so backtrack because I lost train of thought.
We're good.
Off stream, whenever there is slow nerd news day, Zay almost had a mental breakdown, and I tried to be there to like calm her down, because that's what friends should, and I tried to tell her that there are multiple ways we could do for nerds.
Well,
and
Eric, I'm sorry, go ahead.
oh no, sorry. Yeah, it's that as I want to be there for Zay, and I'm pretty sure she wants to be there for me whenever I start having issues.
Well, I just have a question, Eric. When you guys are like doing dockets and putting things together, how much of the docket would you say you do versus what Zay does?
Well, there is that one time when we talk about the Avengers Doomsday casting. Instead of like doing a regular show, we did a game show and guessed who that person is going to be. Who is Robert Downey Jr. play? And it's Dr. Doom.
But like for the average show, what would you say? Like on any given day, how much of the docket do you put together versus Zay and her team?
Actually, quite a bit. Yeah, most of the news I find is on Blue Sky, cause fuck Twitter. I'm glad I got you guys to laugh.
Really quickly, I just want to say, Buff Weeb, are you here to actually say anything, or are you just going to be the millionth loser using
Am I
me as
supposed
your
to wait
background for
other
content?
people to get done talking, Zay? I'm being courteous. If you can just give me a second while you're over there steaming because of these pictures, let me go ahead and say
Steaming,
what the fuck I
buddy,
gotta say.
you're
then. Shut up,
the
I can say
millionth
something.
fucking
All right,
loser to
no.
try to use me as your background for
You
content.
and Eric
really
had a
think it's a
stream by
wrong?
yourself yesterday. It was absolutely fucking terrible.
We
You're
did
great
a-
artist, but that was the most boringest fucking thing I've ever fucking
We did
seen.
a paint stream
Nobody
that
wants
was
a
a
goal for you to
members
paint the shit
goal.
for them besides Gaffagarian.
That was
I think the
members
people
goal
that
from you.
donated for the members
Finances their
goal.
whole. Do you want me to talk, or are you going to shut the fuck up?
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, I'm gonna respond to what you're saying because you like to go on these
Oh.
long tangents where you don't let
Oh.
anybody
Tangents?
respond.
You will never let me fucking finish a tangent. What the fuck are you talking
Okay,
about?
like I was saying, on our
Uh-huh.
paint stream that we did yesterday, it was a members goal, but you wouldn't know anything about that because you're not on a show, you don't make money. We did that show for the members who asked us to do it.
lady, I'm pretty sure Eric gives you his money. What the fuck? You can't even leave their damn thing.
We don't
that
have
was a
any money,
disgusting ass
You can't even
comment
go
to
to
make,
fat
bro.
camp. What the
You're
fuck you
fucking
talking about
gross.
money?
Yeah,
You couldn't even go to fat camp
sayonara.
because you couldn't.
Sayonara. Not gonna make gross ass comments like that. The same shit that we delete out of the chat. You really think you're gonna come on here and say some shit like that? Yeah, you can go fuck yourself.
Seriously, I barely have any income. My SSI doesn't come in until the 1st. What money would I give? Like, Becky, don't you think that's ridiculous?
Don't say that on
Your
stream.
percentage of the show, like, but okay, just to give things a little bit more structure, I think Lammy's like main thing that she was frustrated with, at least from what I understand, is that she felt that you're very controlling, Zay. That like you control everything, and she feels like she's not able to be a part of it in a peaceful way without getting ripped down. Yeah, go ahead.
That's because Glammy is a follower and not a leader. She's self-admitted it. I have a clip where she self-admits on literally followed Leppy when Leppy was on the show before. She's a follower, not a leader. That is not on me. I have a leader tendencies. I'm going to come in and get things done. What does
Team tendencies. I try to do like a team thing.
Okay, I understand how you think it's a team.
And then the first half of the whole entire show, when you first got here, we had to yell at you to even make it so that we could even be a part of the docket at all. That was a struggle from the beginning with you.
I let you be on the docket from the very beginning.
Let me. Oh, thank you for letting me be a part of the team.
So here's my thing, Glammy. If I'm so controlling, why does Eric contribute a ton to the docket and you contribute nothing?
Because
you
need
even
a
give out ideas on what to do with the things that I share.
I'll tell you why. Because you need a butt boy in the corner.
So you're just as gross as everybody else. You see, you like to say that, oh, I never made these comments, I never said these things, and you're exposing yourself live on it. You did say it directly to his face on a stream, but you don't even remember the shit you say because you just talk out your ass as per usual. You just say shit without having anything to back it up, like the same time you fucking accused Mono of doing some dumb bullshit, and we literally proved.
At the beginning of the show with Pharaoh too, was sitting there and we had to fight to actually be a part of the docket.
We let you are in a docket chat. You could join any fucking meeting. I had to do multiple meetings when there was 3 hosts because you all worked on different. Yes, if you stop interrupting me, because you all worked on different time schedules.
Nightly Truth super chatted $19.99. Zay, you have to be able to work with anyone, and right now you're proving you can't. This a 2v1 of you passing your shortcomings onto others. Not fair to Glammy or anyone. It's your way or the highway, and that hurts 10 show.
So I want to respond to that one. It's actually not my way or the highway. I've asked Glammy, I've asked Eric, hey, what do you guys want to put on the show? If they give me nothing, what am I supposed to do? Just do a show of nothing? You guys want me to just turn on the stream and sit here? You want me to show Glammy's articles with her summarizing nothing? Or I'm just supposed to do all the work for Glammy? That's what you guys want me to do? Because that's what I'm hearing. You want me to take the link she's sending and do all the work for her, and then I'm just supposed to sit back?
Fuck out quick as shit. I don't know. It's not your way or the highway, but if somebody doesn't do what you want, hey.
Hello.
Hi.
Since today's March 31st, I'm just going to make my decision when you're 1 hour into the show. So in roughly 27 minutes, I'll come on and explain what the cast of nerds is going to be in the month of April. I'm enjoying this debate. Continue.
Glammy, I had a question for you. When you try to contribute to the docket, like what happens? Can you walk me through what that process is like?
So I usually just pick what I want to talk about and I put it in there, and then like I usually just riff off of what I read in there. So like if the topic gets brought up, I on the show will tell you my opinion about it. You know what I mean?
So nobody like instantly fights back against you or gangs up on you when you try to give an idea?
Yeah, so I've talked about wanting to do magic or something like that on the streams, and so whenever Zay wants to do a game or something like that, she gets the whole docket team backing, and she gets to actually have a team to fit it together. When I say I want to do magic or something like that, the leader of the docket team basically says, oh, well, you have to put the work in and figure it out and put it together, and then she'll probably like it. So she gets to be a part of the team. Not to mention, in the beginning of this whole entire thing, what is it? Is that a
So to
TTS?
summarize that, so what you're saying is when she wants a topic, she could just say the topic, the docket team looks it up for her and does the work. But if you want a topic, you don't have the docket team support. You have to do it on your own. Okay.
Can I bring up why she doesn't have the docket team support anymore? Because she did have the docket team support for a really long time. She lost the docket team support when she went on a stream and called them all Zay Simps and said they do nothing. She shit on the people who work for her and then had the audacity to come into our fucking docket chat yesterday and then ask them to create a show for her today. The fucking audacity, bro. The same people you shit on, you're literally saying they don't take any of your opinions, so why would you want to work with them? You know for a fact they listen. They told you that nobody said you couldn't do magic on the show. We said, yeah, we want to do magic on the show, but we're going to try to find a way to incorporate it because we only have a 2-hour show and we're not really sure if we could play a whole magic game on a show, so we were talking about doing it as members only content, but you don't listen in the meetings.
I even talked about wanting to do a Lego on stuff for members goal.
Also, Dweeb, do you have anything to say? Because I'm not trying to have six people on the stream for no reason.
And I'm
I'm not going to be here long. I'm not going to be here long.
No, not you, Xylee. Dweeb keeps coming up for no reason. I'm just like, why is he here?
Actually, Buff is actually adding to the content. But I have a really quick question, and then I'm leaving. Okay. So, wartime reporter here. Xylee Gets Real. How are y'all doing? Zay, you said something really interesting that a lot of people have questions about. You let Glammy on the docket team? You let her?
No. Yeah, once again, it's a poor choice of words, and you're just like, picking and choosing it apart.
No. It's what I do. It's my job.
When I joined on Nerds, I had a docket team already because if you guys remember, I was on Milkers first. So I already had a docket team. And since then, we've actually added some more members of people from our community that were really passionate about the show. We've added Final and we've added Fat and Handsome Gamer, who I didn't even know until I started doing Nerds. So our docket team isn't just my friends. I had 3 people on the docket team that were working with me on Milkers, and then we were in a group chat where we started working on stuff for Nerds, and then I asked Glammy, Pharaoh, all of them to be a part of the group chat, and then I put them in it. We didn't have the group chat until the day I put you in it.
Do you remember the conversation that we had, Xylee, with Brantley, with me and Pharaoh?
Yeah, which one?
The one that we were upset because we weren't even invited to the docket or the calls that we had to fight.
I didn't know there was a docket before Zay came in.
So that's the question that everyone has. Being that you know your other people on the show, they should automatically be on the docket.
That's what I'm trying to explain. We didn't have a docket the very first day that I started the show. We didn't have a docket group chat yet. That was not a thing. I was totally creating the docket just based off of shit that I thought would work for the show. And I was talking to Gaff, who had been on my docket team before, and it was just me and him talking about shit. And then I would ask Pharaoh, Glammy, and Eric in a meeting, hey guys, what do you want to put in the docket? And then I'm gonna teach you guys how I format dockets. That's exactly what happened. And then I put them in the group chat, and then we all started contributing together.
Okay, so
so that we did all contribute together.
Okay, right now, Glammy. Hold on.
Contributing together is you sending links, Glammy, and you even self-admitted all you do is send links.
Okay, but wait. So the docket is formulated around you and how you want it and everything like that.
No, I'll show you one of our dockets.
That's what you're making it sound like.
I'll show you one of our dockets if you want to see it. Basically, what we do is we take all of the dockets that everybody brings into that group chat. We put it on a links page. Then we take it from the links page. Then we summarize it. We create questions. We create a segment for the show off of that link. And the reason that we did the docket the way that we're doing it in the format is just so it's not a bunch of fucking pictures and random shit. I've seen the other dockets for the other shows. That shit stresses me out looking at it. I wanted something with organization. And since then, it's not been a fucking problem. The only issue is that Glammy doesn't come to the meeting. I don't even write in the docket half the time. You don't come into the meeting where people are summarizing shit. That's what I'm saying. The docket is pretty much entirely made by the docket team, but you don't come in and tell them how you want to talk about the links you send. All you do is send a link, wake up 30 minutes before the show up in there and be like, oh, I'm so tired, I'm so distracted right now, and then don't fucking contribute to the show at all.
I will say this, though. The docket is the new docket that Zay has created, and this is my personal bias, and because I'm OCD, it is very organized.
Okay, that's cool to know. All right.
So you mean the meetings? Hang on 1 second. Do you mean the meetings that are very inconsistent at 2:00 in the morning because the leader of our docket team can't even be present? They're not consistent meetings. They're
Yeah,
all
we
over the
do.
place.
Actually, Lammy, if
And
you
then
paid
on top of
attention,
that, this is the same docket team that you have said that you have threatened that we're gonna leave.
no, they
if you
threatened
were
to
off
leave
the show.
because they don't want to work for you. They threatened to leave because they don't want to work
That's
for
it,
you.
no? Okay, so that's a lie
Bring 'em
right there
up.
because you said no, back off. You said
Bro,
that
I
they
ain't
were
gonna
gonna
back off.
leave.
You're lying on
No,
people's
I'm
names right now, Glammy, and you keep. I don't give a fuck if you're pissed off. Be pissed. You look like a fucking idiot right now.
Okay.
So you think you're gonna win the argument is by fucking me up.
I already
No.
won the argument because you look like a
Wait.
dumbass.
Wait,
So
I
I'm
have
just
so
sitting
many
here
you
like,
as a
like
viewer.
being a good boy while I want
go
to be
because
You're
unfiltered.
fucking smirking because you know you're lying, Glammy.
Oh my god, because they ended up getting timed out because they were fighting for you in the main chat. You said
Who got
that's why they're
timed
gonna
out?
leave.
Who got
You
timed
saw
out?
your little friends that were on the docket team, you said that they were gonna leave. And the reason was because they're your friends. That was
Dude,
what you had said
you were
in
on
the
the
beginning. Then you changed your story. Then you changed your story.
I'm
Now,
just like-
Look at
saying
his
about the
words.
fact that they were gonna leave because they don't want to work with me. You lie.
You are
Okay,
straight
so-
up lying. When my docket team got timed out for the bullshit where I was getting sexually harassed, yeah, they did threaten to leave because nobody agreed with me getting sexually harassed. And then
You
yesterday, the docket team said, yeah, we don't want to work for Glammy. She's a bitch who called us all simps. Why would we want to work for this cunt? That's what they said.
Right there.
Okay.
Right there. But may I, Siley, just for 1 second? If the docket team is saying that, then you need a new docket
They're not her
team.
slaves. They are not her slaves. They came in as
They're
my
not your
friends.
slaves Either. And they
Exactly.
work for us.
Exactly. And they don't do my fucking
No.
bidding. They are their own people. And if they literally said
ahead,
they
Jen.
don't want to work for Glammy.
Okay,
But
so
then you
I'm
need a new
taking
docket team. She's
my
the host, not
wartime
them.
I'm taking my wartime reporter hat off, and I am honestly going to give my true opinion on this. I think people need to speak truthfully. I think this is about the money, and you want to do a two-way split instead of a three-way split. Just be truthful about it, because that's what it's all about. That's what it
who are you
boils down
asking?
to.
Here.
And Glammy, let's be honest, Glammy is the easiest one to kick off because she has been kicked off so many other shows.
Actually, you know
That's
why
what
she's
this is
the
about. It's about a two-way split, not a three.
You know why she's the easiest one to kick up? Because she doesn't show up for her fucking shows. She doesn't contribute. Siley, she was on Rewind. You kicked her off Rewind. Why'd you do that?
I agree with the two-way split. However,
didn't
I
gel.
think she wants to keep Eric because he's easier to control.
Oh, I
That's
agree.
funny as
100%
fuck.
with you. Becky,
Yeah.
And I'm actually the
I
easiest
stand
to
with you
work
on
with
that.
because let me explain why. I did show up for most meetings outside of the one that I missed with Pharaoh because that is in nighttime and I'm asleep during that. But I did do my best to show up for these meetings and help out with this show because I see potential in this show to succeed. Even if I am gone, even if I'm put in a different show, that really doesn't matter. I want to help out as much as everyone else. And
okay, that's great. I get it, Eric, and you're awesome. But I'm saying, let's be truthful about this situation. It's about a two-way split, not a three.
Let's once again talk about that. So Keem was the one who brought up that he was taking all the shows down to 2 people. Eric brought it up to me. We talked about it. That's how that went down. So ultimately, like, at the end of the day, yeah, it might be about a two-way split or whatever, but yeah, here's the thing. Glammy hasn't been here for a month to fucking contribute. So yeah, why should we fucking split the money with her when she hasn't contributed shit for a whole month?
Public service announcement. Zay Zooted is a cry bully who bullied Joji. Stop Joji hate. Thank you.
I know.
Me and
you
Joji made
bullied
up. Me and
Joji.
Joji made up. It was not
Okay,
a bullying
good.
thing. We made
get a
up.
I would
haircut.
argue that Glammy did contribute.
You definitely did not make up with Joji.
I
You had
did
to get
make
told
up with
to.
Joji.
We had to force your hand.
You
because
did
kept
not
bullying
force my
him and
hand.
mupping it.
Joji was already in the call. That's what you guys missed. Joji was already in my call still, and he wasn't.
Just
I
because
unmuted him.
Joji, Just because Joji asked me to go into the chat, you server muted somebody who doesn't even talk.
Because anyone that brings somebody in for the drama, you're
How
not getting
dare
the drama.
you? I am a Joji stan.
I'm a
account, all right?
Joji knows I'm a Joji stan account too. I was just kind of fucking with him. So
And you bullied him over
I
me.
wasn't bullying him. I was fucking with him. Joji knows.
Bitch, what? Anyway, listen, I think all this bullshit about her not being around and her not doing this, her not doing that, honestly, I think you should just get down to the main thing. That's what it is. You want to split the money 2 ways and not 3. That's what it is.
Yeah, I can
Not
admit it.
bullshitting. Thank you.
We want to split the
Thank
money
you.
2 ways with someone who, she's not contributing. Absolutely. Like, nobody was saying that.
At the
Wasn't
end
the
of the
thing.
day, it just makes it easier.
The first step the first step is to be truthful to yourselves and then turn around and be
TTS.
truthful to everybody else. All the other shit doesn't fucking
Gafgarian
matter.
super
God
chatted
damn.
$20. Glammy.
Dave's a
Who
cry
made the
bully. I'm talking over
thumbnail?
TTS. Don't care. You're a
I
cry
fucked with
bully.
your
You are not
Don't
friends
talk
with
over
Joji. Somebody had to come to me to
TTS.
get him undepping.
Ask Shoji.
Because you were
You can
bullying him.
pretend
You're a
you are
bully.
here
Ask
Cry
Shoji.
bully, cry bully,
Ask
cry bully. Go
Shoji.
cry some
Ask
more. Cry
Shoji.
bully,
Ask
cry bully,
Shoji.
cry bully,
Ask
cry
Shoji.
One
Ask
is
Shoji.
getting paid.
I'm gonna reread that TTS though. Glammy, who made the thumbnail? Did I fuck with your image or refuse? You know that I'm here for the show. You can pretend you are here for the same reasons, but the only one of us is doing the work and which one is getting paid. That was from Gaffagarian.
Oh, Gafgarian, I bet you that was Gaff.
I just said that was from
I'll to a
Gaffagarian.
donut.
So that's who Glammy's been complaining about. But I just want to say to that, Glammy has been doing work, just different work. She was off the show. She didn't have, like, she was approved to not be here, but she had her wedding at Fat Camp. She showed up to Fat Camp. That was all work she did to bring more viewers to your show.
No one's
ultimately.
disagreeing with that, Becky. That's the thing. We all agree. Yes, she showed up to Fat Camp and doing her wedding at Fat Camp. Yes, all of that. But was any of that for her show? Was every
The wedding
other
is
show?
mid, by the way. The wedding is fucking mid.
Eric, before you go on, may I just clarify? So you are agreeing that Glammy has done work?
I'm saying she did shit at Fat Camp, yes, but none of that was to contribute to her show. The one day I feel like she actually did Fat Camp content, we praised her for that. We were like, yes, thank you for all the work that you did.
The more visible she was at Fat Camp, the more visible Nerds was. So she did do
But
work
she
that
didn't come up and rep
directly contributed
Nerds.
to
She
your show.
talked shit about Nerds on other fucking streams. She didn't come up and rep Nerds. That's bullshit.
About her wedding. You guys talk shit about her wedding.
We-
So
The
what?
Gamers Asylum super chatted $20. The Queen looks like she is entertained. She is having a hard time keeping a straight face, smiling face emoji.
I don't know what it read, but it sounds fucking funny.
He
as
said,
shit.
Gamers Asylum said the Queen is having, looks like she's entertained. She's having a hard time keeping a straight face.
And she's having a hard time fighting me as well.
And my
I'm
point
loving
being,
it.
also with the Fat Camp thing, is while everybody else was doing shit for other shows at Fat Camp, Grim behind the scenes running the camera, he also showed up and did shit for Test. Every other person who was at Fat Camp, while they were doing Fat Camp shit, showed up and did shit for their show, showed up and did whatever they had to do. Glammy couldn't even send thumbnail photos to Gaffagarian.
Glammy didn't have to. She had the approved time off as far
For
as
the
I'm aware.
entire
Right,
time of
Glammy?
Fat Camp? No, she didn't.
She was there as like a wedding / honeymoon.
So she's getting paid equally. She's getting paid equally for being gone the entire, she's gone from March 7th to April 5th, and it's equal pay.
Well, yes, because she also had the expenses of going to Fat Camp. And like I said, she was doing work, just a different kind of work. You guys didn't pay for Fat Camp. Every time she was there and on camera, it funnels people from Lolcow Live, where at times they had 10,000 viewers. If they see Glammy and they like her, it funnels them right to your show.
What was her Fat Camp content besides the wedding? Because we didn't get a funnel after the wedding to our show. None of that funneled any viewers to our show.
It did when I showed up. It did when I showed up.
It did when you were showing up and screaming and spurging, Glammy. That's what people
got-
want to see is the drama, of course. It's the same way the show has numbers
paintballs.
today.
Got shot with paintballs on Snake Island.
Yes, and
went
we
in a
praised you for
canoe.
that. Yes,
So
we did give you.
that
I
one-
gave you praise behind the scenes and on camera. I literally said, Glammy, thank you for giving us the Fat Cam content we needed. But that's what we
That's
expected from
true.
you. That's what we expected from you. And then if you weren't going to be able to do that type of content while you were there, all we expected was you to show up to the meetings or send thumbnail photos or something. But you didn't do anything.
Ended up having to do punishments for stuff that you called for when I didn't even deserve it. Where I put sauce
I
all
called
over
for it, or
water.
Where I called for it or the chat called for it, because that's a two totally different street.
I
No,
just
the
want to
one-
contribute to my Fat Camp absent.
TTS.
Laser
The only reason
1123 super chatted $20. Damn, a rare Becky L take. Hate to see it.
The only reason why I wasn't able to show up at Fat Camp is because my life has changed since 2024. My grandfather got his one leg cut due to him being a diabetic, and with the hospital being inconvenient assholes, I got kicked out of my apartment and one time. Due to the apartment manager being assholes. So I was in the process of rebuilding my life. After I picked this new apartment, which is a nice apartment. We got pool, we got a playground and all that shit. But I was literally trying to rebuild my life.
If I may, I think there's two things being discussed here.
TTS.
By WeBug Super Chatted $19.99. Eric has said before he is his own man. Quit acting like he is some helpless soul. He has voiced his opinion on his own many a time. Also, Nerds loves Joji Quack.
Facts.
I think there's two things going on. There's the conversation about pay, like whether Glammy should be paid for this time, which ultimately ends up coming down to Keem and you guys. Yeah. I can't have much to do with that. But then there's also the conversation about what's best for the show. And I think, Zay, in my opinion, you might be focusing more on what's best monetarily instead of what's best for the show. Because I think personally, as an onlooker, and the chat can say what they feel, you might even want to run a poll on this if you want. I think it would be very clear that having you and Glammy as hosts would be way better than you and Eric. I think it just brings more of a dynamic to the show.
I get what you're saying about the dynamic aspect, but I don't want to be carrying
Big
the show on my back and doing everything
$20.
behind the scenes.
You're ungrateful.
Just
Glenn
hating
just
TTS,
timed a
my
donation
bad.
on here just to support you. Eric is a scammed, by the way.
Did you want to say something, Xylee?
Yes. I did. You know another way? Okay, so this is old Grandma Xylee coming up to help the young whippersnappers here, all right? You know another way to funnel people to your show?
What's up?
Showing up on other shows.
Showing up on other shows.
Gafgarian
TTS.
Super Chatted $20. Glimmy, why did every host, including Keem and you, leave Fat Camp thinking that Nerds is the worst performing show in the LCU, but Eric and Zay both knew the truth? Were you working for Nerds or were you working for you?
Okay.
That's a valid fucking point.
Well, read it out so they can see it.
Well, oh yeah. So Glammy, Gaffagarian with the 20 said, Glammy, why did every host, including Keem and you, leave Fat Camp thinking Nerds is the worst performing show in the LCU, but Eric and Zay both knew the truth? Were you working for Nerds or were you working for you?
Thank you, Gaff, again with the dono to trash me. When
Is
you're a
it
part of the
trashing?
document.
Is it trashing you, or is he bringing valid fucking criticism for the millionth time, and you aren't responding to it?
Hyper focused on Glammy, and if she has to work with him, I can understand why she doesn't feel comfortable. If he's the Gafgarian, I understand you're a huge donor to the show from what I gather, so I don't want to be insulting in any way. But if Glammy has to work with you, I can see there's definitely hostility going on.
So what about the hours that Gaffagarian spent in solo calls with you, helping you do shit? Is that all discredited because he has some criticism for you? Because he criticizes me at the end of every show. Gaff fucking has literally told me my voice is fucking annoying, I need to fix shit. He is fucking so fucking critical to me. I get the same criticisms as you. Exact same criticisms.
I haven't gotten any criticisms at all.
You
But
get the
then yet
same
again, I am awesome, so.
Okay.
Do you get the same criticisms wrapped in $20 donos live on our show? No, I don't think so.
Because
and on other shows too?
Because
No,
I don't sit on
think
the show
so.
and lie about what happens behind the scenes. I don't sit on the show and lie about the docket team and discredit the work they do and try to put myself on a pedestal and say, I do everything, when you know for a fact all you do is send links.
However, Zay, I'm sorry with what you just said. I have to say this. But you do go around saying my docket team, my show.
Doesn't everybody? When you're referring to
no.
your shows, I've even heard Becky say the same thing, my show. When everyone is talking about their show, in like the show they're on, you're gonna say my show. They're like.
But in all fairness, you have said, like, if you were ever to leave this show, the donors and everything would go, and the docket team would go with you.
The docket team has
You
threatened
have
to leave
said
because they do not want to work for these people. Like, here's the thing, Becky.
Problem.
You have worked. This is the thing that's
Problem.
frustrating to me, Becky, is that you have worked behind the scenes. You know for a fact what I do for the show, and I know you're here just because it's a 2v1 or whatever. But you know for a fact the work that I put in, the work that my docket team puts in, shits on anything Glammy has ever done. She's fucking talentless, and I'm sick of fucking working with someone where I feel like I'm carrying them on my fucking back. And then when all I do is ask for some fucking respect on my show, all she wants to do is sit there and be like, I can't figure out our frenemies dynamic and fucking be a cunt to me. That's ridiculous.
Well, in all fairness, I see
Cynthia Breyer
TTS.
Super Chatted $20. Why doesn't Zay ever STF you?
Because I like to fucking talk. That's all.
Okay, so in all fairness, just to give my unbiased opinion, Zay does put in a shit ton of work. She will do everything. She will spend 12 hours prepping a show if she needs to. She is an extremely hard worker, and that's something I value about her. But also, there has to be room for other people to work with you if they want you. You've got to be able to be a team player.
That's what's driving me insane.
And I did.
That's
It
what I
also
was about to
contribute as
say.
well.
Oh my God.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, Zay, you kind of put off this air about you that you don't exactly work well with other people.
Everyone is driving me the fuck insane with this shit. Like, literally, I implore you all, come into a fucking nerds meeting.
Gaffarian super chatted $20.
TTS.
Wartime reporter Gaff here. Xylee, you said on stream a few days ago that you know who was there for content and who was there for clout.
Ah, there it is.
Who
I
was
was
there for
expecting.
clout,
I
Xylee?
answered that question,
Just
Gaff.
curious.
I said Roxy. I named it. I said Roxy.
Well,
Okay, Keem's here. I gotta go. Bye.
Also, Becky, if you wouldn't mind dipping out.
Sure thing. Goodbye.
How's it going, nerds?
fantastic.
Draining.
It's been a crazy month.
Yeah.
Really is.
You know, like the nice, respectful way to do this is like in private and whatnot, but we're entertainers. So, you know, the guillotine happening on a live show, you know, is, well, it's entertainment. So why not? But we do need to fix Nerds, and Nerds does need a new cast in the month of April to see if it can outperform what it did in March. And there is obviously there's an argument going back and forth that I don't know if it necessarily helps Nerds or hurts Nerds, but it just doesn't seem like it can continue. Glammy wants to take the channel in a completely different direction. Zay and Eric feel like they can't even work with Glammy. So we have to make a call here. This is not cool to do this. I don't like this part of the job just sucks. But change has to come. And Eric, unfortunately, we're gonna have to let you go.
Okay. Bye.
You're not gonna lose your host role. You'll still be a host. And if some other show happens, you know, then you could definitely, you know, some other opportunity happens, we could definitely get you on there. But
Will I still get paid for the month of April?
not April, March. Yes, the
Okay.
month you just did. But we appreciate you, King. You're a legend, and you know, you're still welcome in the LCU. Just Nerds didn't work out. Sorry, bud. I'm gonna pull you out now.
All right.
Pharaoh 96 super chat.
So then it comes down to-
99 cents. Let's also talk about how Zay cries about people attacking her about her past but wants to attack my girl, accusing her of shit when she isn't in this community.
Okay, Pharaoh, you want to bring up my man? I'm going to bring up your girl the same way you brought her up into the main chat. Stop fucking talking about my boyfriend. He's not a part of this community either.
Now it comes down to Glammy and Zay, and it's a tough one.
Gaffarian super chatted
TTS.
$20.
But
Big love for you, Eric. You better show up in Nerds VC, my guy.
Facts.
Heart emoji.
I want to see you there, Eric.
it's a tough one. But unfortunately, moving forward with the new cast, Glammy, I'm gonna have to let you go.
Really?
Yeah,
Thank God, bro.
Fuck you, Zay.
Fuck you.
I'm sorry, Glammy. I'll talk to you later. We'll figure out something.
So, who am I doing the show with?
Zay Zudit, I think you will truly, truly love your new co-host.
It's Buff Weeb, isn't it?
The new cast of Lolcow
Hi.
Nerds
Co-host.
is the new cast of Lolcow Nerds is Zay Zudit and one Buff Weeb. Have a good April.
All right, all I gotta say is I didn't know you were
Hi.
bald, and you're getting put on an 8-ball next.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. My hairlining is like California. It's slowly disappearing more and more every day.
If I seem a little low energy, I'm genuinely fucking flabbergasted.
Well, I would be a little miffed myself and a little confused. But, if we can put the past aside, I believe me and you could really do what we got to do here, Lau, can't we?
I guess so.
We got to be friends now, Zay. We got to be friends. Or
Yeah, we do.
frenemies.
We'll figure out a dynamic for sure. Give me like 2 seconds. Give me like literally 2 seconds.
No problem. Hi, everybody. I'm just as shocked as you are. I am One Buff Weeb, the newest cast member of LOL Cow Nerds. And just like you, I am confused as fuck. Thank you, Keemstar. I appreciate you, my new employer, and I promise
Thank
to
you for
bring
caring.
the awesomeness to LOL Cow Nerds. I will go full power in LOL Cow Nerds, as much as I need to with my bald, muscly self.
Zay is not crying. Zay's really fucking heated right now.
Zay's mad. Zay's mad, everybody. Everybody go ahead and put W's in the chat or L's if you like what's going on. But all I can say for the
Gaga
future
super
of this
chatted
channel, and the future of LOL Cow Nerds, is
One
up
Buff Weeb
Oh,
to me.
TTS, my bad.
No
It was
problem.
it was for you. It was Pokey Gaga with the 1999 that said one
Gafarian
W.
super chatted
Another
$20.
TTS.
Hey!
One buff.
My Pokey Gaga
NGL, I'm
friend.
super
TTS.
excited to work with you.
Go ahead.
Like legit. Also, she's right. I'm already working to put you on the crystal ball.
I agree with this donation. One buff, not gonna lie, I'm super excited to work with you, like legit. Also, she's right. I'm already working to put you on the crystal ball.
There you go.
I was
Hey.
gonna say, like, honestly, I'd rather work with you than Glammy, so
I didn't know who I was gonna work out with, bro. Like I'm not even kidding. Keem is the master of mysteries. He is the master of the plan, and I'm just here all for it.
I'm really hurt for Eric. That's just,
He has more time to work on the Lego video now.
I know.
And like he said, he's still a part of the universe. He's definitely welcome on the show as much as we possibly can. Anybody else that really wants to come through, I'm glad to bring through. Me and you are going to have to come up with a dynamic that works best for us. But to be honest with you, with my weebery and your punk girlish, I don't really know how to say it.
Punk girl.
I always look, Zay, I thought before me and you started beefing, because remember, I was sent in here to go after Pharaoh. I thought me and you were going to be cool, but then we end up having to fucking like go at each other. And everybody likes this drama stuff. I'm the perfect person to like throw shit away because I have ADHD. I can't hold a grudge for long. That's why I meme you, and you're very memeable. Come on now. You got to admit that.
TTS. Oh, why is it not going off? I'll read it. Baby Bug with the
By
night. Oh,
Weebug
there it
super
goes.
chatted $19.99. I love you, Eric. I'm gonna miss you so much on Nerds. This is depressing. I'm always gonna love Zay, so I'll be staying here for you. I really don't know how to feel, RM.
I can't be kicked anymore. Anybody in the chat? This is a new dynamic.
They weren't
This is a
trying
new
to kick
dynamic
you.
duo. Wonder Twin powers activate. Am I not wrong, Zay? You know what the messed up thing is? I never got a chance to tell you this. You have the same name as my brother. So every time I say Zay, I think about my annoying ass brother.
You can call me
So-
Zoe if it helps. Everyone knows my name
Oh.
is Zoe.
That actually, I never knew that. I don't think I'll actually remember that, but I will call you Zay. And you guys are both artists,
That's cool.
So that's actually pretty cool.
I guess if we're talking about our dynamic, first things first, I feel like you jumped on me because it was easy W's in the chat. It was low effort and not for any other reason. Like, I understand I kicked you from the show, but you even said you understand why I kicked you. So I feel like you just jumped on me for easy W's in the chat. You wanted to get a one-up on me, and, like, I don't know. I don't think that's cool. That's why I had beef with you. You were fucking going around saying shit that I didn't even do, and I was like, what the fuck?
Zay, come on now. You guys, we can scrub the whole Discord. I shitted on you because you shitted on me. You called me a pussy ass bitch, and I took that personally. And I showed you what a pussy ass bitch can do.
When did I
And
call
now
you
this
a pussy?
pussy ass bitch is your co-host.
When
So
did I call you a pussy? I didn't call you a
You
pussy
called me-
until
you
you
called me
started
a-
saying shit about me.
you called me a pussy ass bitch the first time I got on there. When we first talked, you kicked me off. You said, I think you're a pussy ass bitch. I think you're lame. And you just dog walked me. And then I decided to dog walk your ass back. And now look where we're at. And now you got to deal with me. We're going to have fun. We're going to have so much fucking fun. Are you guys know how much fun we're going to have? W's in the chat to see how much fun we're going to have. You are literally shaking. and it is fucking hilarious.
I'm not
There's nothing wrong
shaking
with
about
that.
anything with you. I'm fucking heated.
I never said
I'm
it has
mad
to
for
be
my
with
best
me.
friend Eric, who just got fucking kicked off the show, and I feel like he earned
You're
this
still
spot.
your friend, though, Zay.
Yeah, but
We're
I
still
feel like he
friends.
earned this fucking spot. But now you have to fucking deal with me, so good luck with that.
Hey, I'm fine with it. I've dealt with women like this before. It's fine. It's fun.
Yeah,
I
all
find
you
it
deal
very
with is
entertaining.
fucking making fun of women because you can't take on any men. You're like every other guy who's came on to fucking battle me. You're all fucking pussies. All of you want to battle women because you have nothing better to fucking add. You are the same as every other fucking nightmare, fucking yo mama, fucking guy who puts me as his background and thinks you fucking got a bit. It's always an L.
You mean this?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah, I do
fucking
that.
funny. You sucked off Rewind for a show, bro. Congratulations. You made it.
I know, and you're so happy about it. It's so fun. Everybody, it's so fun now. And we got to deal with this. We're going to call this lolcow frenemies or lolcow frenemy nerds or whatever we got
There's
to
no
call
friend.
it. Because
There's no friend on that part. You're going to have to
we're
really
friends.
improve that.
You're my friend.
I'm not your friend.
Oh, we're okay. Just breathe with me.
Eric's
in.
my friend. I'm looking
And
forward
breathe
to
out.
working with you, but we got to work
I
on
am
that
looking
friendship.
forward to working with you, too. This is going to be a great fucking relationship. And I hope you're ready because I'm not going to relent.
Yeah,
at
you
all.
had Xylie's nuts in your fucking mouth. Shut up.
Oh, you used me as a weapon against her yesterday and then ended up crying in the Nerds VC. Remember that?
Used her as a weapon? This bitch said my boyfriend was a cuck and I called her on her shit. I called out the fact how she had you fucking strip for her on Rewind while her husband was sitting in the other room and she got mad about it.
I didn't strip. I didn't even take off my shirt like I did today. I just rubbed muscly oil on my body because people wanted me to do it.
Yeah.
And mainly men wanted me to do it, too. That's
you're
real.
the same guy who was literally saying in the main chat the other day he wants to start up an OF. I really
Zay,
I do. I don't know if I have one.
You did call him a cuck, Xylie. I'm not gonna. You tried to backtrack. You tried to fold and you tried to backtrack to me, but you know for a fact what you fucking said. Yes, you did.
I did not say the words, your boyfriend is a cuck.
So
what
what'd you
I
say?
said was because you said that Pharaoh, no, who was it? You called somebody a cuck, and I'm like, can you really say that? Because it's how many times people have called your boyfriend
this is you
a cuck.
once again just trying to
Let me finish. Let me finish. You have a problem with letting people finish sentences. And it was me saying that based off the fact of how you get mad when people call your boyfriend a cuck. So can you really say it when you get pissed off when people say it to you?
Absolutely. Pharaoh has attacked me for fucking 3 weeks straight. I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want to that fucking pussy. I don't give a
You're
fuck.
being a hypocrite.
You can call me a hypocrite all you want, Xylie, and so are you. You had fucking Buff Weeb strip for you while your husband's in the other room, calling people cucks. You're a fucking hypocrite too.
Yeah, it was content. We made money. I'm sorry we make money that y'all
Good
can't.
for you. Good for you, Xylie.
We made money. And actually, it was men that were paying it for the ladies in the chat.
Good. Congratulations. I don't know what that has anything to do with the fact that you're still folding.
made-
You're trying to act like you
because
didn't
the
call my
whole
boyfriend a
reason-
cuck when you did, bro.
because
You
are
did.
throwing
You're
something
backtracking.
in
You're
my
folding.
face. You are throwing something in my face. The whole reason why y'all wanted to get rid of Glammy because you wanted to split it 2 ways instead of one, money. And the whole reason why Buff Weave was
because you were begging for him to be oiled up on your stream.
Because he was bouncing his checks because you know why? We made money,
Yeah,
girl.
because you were begging to fucking see it. Yep.
You know what? It's funny. We don't have to have hour-long fucking meetings to make content. Funny
No,
how
yeah,
that
you just
works.
take clips
Bye,
from every
bitch.
other show. That's why. Yeah. Easy fucking lame content. I fucking like Rewind, but if we're gonna fucking play that game, we're gonna play that game.
Come on, we got to compete with them now, co-hosts. We have to do this together.
Yeah, no.
I'll change scenes.
Yeah,
I'm
after
sorry,
you
I'll
fucking
stop.
after you fucking spoke to me, I think it was the last time you came up here. I'm not gonna lie. I have no respect for you, and you're gonna have to really fucking work to earn that shit back. You don't fucking speak to somebody the way you spoke to me, and then think I'm just gonna be all nice and fucking dandy with you, buddy.
You never proved how I talked to you.
Gafgarian super chatted $20 separately. Just to be clear, Buff, you are going to be here for every
Can you read
show,
those?
or are we dealing
got
with
you.
another
I'm just reading
Pharaoh
those.
situation? Does this interfere with the IRL?
Gaffagarian with the 20 said separately, just to be clear, Buff, are you going to be here for every show, or are we dealing with another Pharaoh situation? Does this interfere with IRL?
I'm here for every show, and nothing getting rid of me.
No, that's a good question. No, I think he's asking that because you've said you have a full-time job, and our show time is from 2 to 4. Are you going to be available for every single show and available to do meetings for the show?
From 2 to 4.
Yes.
Yeah, I can do that.
And when are you available for meetings? Like morning or nighttime?
I'm available really anytime. If we're gonna have a meeting, And I'm
What?
gonna let you know, Zay, if we're having an hour-long meeting about
We
absolutely
don't
fucking
need to have a
nothing,
fucking
that's
hour-long meeting about absolutely nothing. I
you're the one that
guarantee you.
told everybody else that you have hour-long meetings.
Our hour-long meetings
You need to
weren't about
calm down,
absolutely
okay?
nothing. I am
We're
fucking
gonna have to
calm.
work
I
together.
am literally
You are
calm. What
you
I'm
are
not gonna have you
hard.
do is talk down to and belittle me, bro. I'm really not
Yeah, I'm
gonna have
not.
you
I
fucking do
respect
that
you.
shit.
Unlike you,
You
Zay.
do not respect
Zay,
me.
let's
You were
make this
talking
clear.
over me answering your question. That's not respect. So what I was saying, we do not have hour-long meetings for our show. We have when we meet in the morning for an hour, that's because what we do is everybody sends their links. If you're not just sending links, then that'll make things easier. If you come in and you're like, here's what I want to do for the show today, here's the topics, I'll bring that up, here's what I want to do for the show today, here's the topics, we make a docket, that could be done in 30 minutes.
True. I have no problem with that. And
Beautiful.
Zay, I'm gonna go ahead and say this because whether you believe it or not, I have no problem with you. I've memed the shit out of you. I have no animosity.
You
towards
called me
I'm doing the same
subhuman.
thing.
I think you can
Look,
fucking suck a
when
fat
did-
one,
no,
respectfully.
no
You said it
repeat.
live on fucking
Oh,
air on my show to my
when?
fucking face, you fucking
When?
bitch.
I
You
called
called
you
me
subhuman?
subhuman to my face,
Subhuman?
you fucking bitch. I'll pull up the fucking clip for next show. You
Do
want
it.
it?
Do it. Do it.
I'm
Do it
never
right
gonna
now.
have respect for somebody that thinks they can
Do
fucking
it.
talk down to
Why
me
do
like
you
that.
re-
Nah.
Why do you talk about these receipts and refuse to bring them up?
I just
Oh,
said I will
please.
bring it up for you next fucking show. I can't pull up a clip
Don't
right now because
cry.
I'm fucking hosting OBS, but you're retarded and don't know how OBS works. You think by
If you-
turning on a
if you
virtual camera
cry-
you're running OBS.
I'm gonna cry.
Your bits
Don't
aren't
cry.
funny, bro. Like, I'm not even heated. Your bits
No,
aren't fucking
legit. Bring
funny,
up,
bro.
bring up,
I'm
the,
literally
bring up the
just
receipts,
talking.
please. Just bring up the
I
receipts.
just said to you, I cannot get
Say
a
it.
clip right now because I can't scrub through a YouTube video because I'm hosting the show, you retard. Do you
Wait,
know
wait,
how
okay,
desktop
wait, hold
audio
on,
works?
Hold on. This is why we have an awesome audience. Hey, audience members out there, go ahead and go grab the clip that she's talking about. Clip it down to about 10 seconds.
How do
and
you
just bring
think
it
that
up
they're
for us.
gonna send it to me? Do you know how OBS works? When I'm
Yes, I'm using
streaming,
it right now.
this is my
You can do a
point.
lot of
You
stuff
don't know
using
how
OBS.
OBS works because all you're doing is turning on the virtual camera on OBS, you fucking retard. You're not using OBS. All you did is turn on your virtual camera. When you
can
use
do other
OBS, everyone can see my whole screen. What's showing right now?
Yeah.
My whole screen.
Yeah.
So if I need to
Yeah.
go into DMs or something, that's gonna dox my DMs. Fucking
Why
retard.
don't you just turn off? Why don't you just turn off your camera then? You know you're
Because I'm
sharing.
the host of the show, you retard! What are they gonna look at? Oh my god, you're fucking sped. You do not know how OBS works.
Why can't I do it? Then why can't I do it? Why can't
Because
somebody
you,
do it?
I know for a fact you can't run OBS. You've had OBS for less than a
can?
week, and you can turn on your virtual camera. Congratulations, do you know how to set up a scene?
Yeah, I like this. The scene that you hate so much. Yeah, this. Yeah. My friend, first of all, I have an IT guy that shows me
Look
everything.
at your
so
fucking
if I need to do
background
something-
on the background. This is my point,
Yeah.
dude. These fucking people
Yeah.
do not know how to run OBS. Do you know how to add a fucking members goal to the screen on the fly? Do you know what the output is to put TTS on a scene? Do you know?
You could be my friend
Do
and
you-
teach me.
Ah, exactly. I'm not going to teach you how to do your fucking job. You claim you know how to run OBS, you fucking do it.
Gaga super chatted
Okay,
$19.99.
If you don't wanna run-
Zay showing her true colors.
No, I'm
Jeez,
gonna
big
run
man.
OBS because I know I'm
Smiley
gonna do
face
it better than you
emoji.
every fucking
You
time.
probably will, and I have
Also,
no
when I put
problem
my
with that.
hands up like this, I'm going to teach you. That means TTS is going off in my ears. You can't hear it because I've never been given the link for Streamlabs. So it only goes off in my headphones. I cannot edit any of the settings. I can't change the volume, anything, unless I have the Streamlabs link. Okay? So
Why
you will
can't
never
you
be
do
able to
that
hear.
then?
I've asked Keem for the fucking. Keem, would you like to explain? He won't give me the fucking link for the fucking Streamlabs. I've asked for it a million times. He says, it's fine. You don't need it. Just tell them
We'll
when there's
work on
TTS
that.
going on.
We'll work with that. We'll get this together, lady. We'll do
I
this.
don't care
okay?
about having the fucking Streamlabs link. You just need to fucking shut the fuck up when I say there's TTS. It was for you. It was literally for you. They
And I
literally.
can interrupt it. Right? If it's
No,
for me, then
you don't interrupt TTS because that's rude as fuck to your
Black Belladonna
donators.
super chatted
You do that all the
time.
$20. Buff, you outrank the docket team. Also, Buff, you can easily run OBS. It takes few little
do you wanna
time
read
to
it or do you
teach
want me to read
yourself.
it?
It's
Consider
going
this to be
off.
part of severance pay for Eric and Glummy.
Talking about after.
Zay, you are 50% louder than Buff. Jesus Christ.
Yes, I'm aware. His fucking audio sucks with this fucking mic.
Yep. Yep,
If
it
I
does.
raise him
I have
any
a studio
louder,
mic.
it peaks for you guys really badly, but I will try it.
Yeah, she's gonna do his best to make me a star, and I'm gonna be here for all of it.
I'm not gonna make you a fucking star. You're gonna have to work hard to prove that you earned this shot on the show more than you think Eric did, and I'm not gonna fucking coddle you the whole way through it. You're gonna be contributing to the show more than fucking Glammy ever did, or else we're gonna be in the same situation a week from now. I'm not gonna wait a long time for you to fucking improve shit. I'm not gonna wait a whole month. I will call you out live on air and say exactly what you're not doing if you don't do it. So you better be ready to fucking prove yourself, because I'm so done with carrying the show on my fucking back.
Oh, so Eric and them weren't helping you at all?
Helping.
Since you're carrying
Eric
so how are you
helping.
carrying it on your back if Eric's helping?
Ask fucking Eric. The difference is, like, you
Fucking Eric? Wait, what?
Ask Eric, dude. Like, he knows what I'm fucking talking about. Eric has said multiple times, yes, I do the most work for the show. While he does fucking
And you
contribute,
even told him no.
while he contributes and he helps, the difference is I'm still doing the most work for the show.
Okay.
Also,
You can tell
I'm not
yourself
even joking. If we are doing a fucking show, this background thing has to fucking not be a thing. It is fucking lame.
You made
and I
fun of
hate
my
it.
weeaboo background. You made fun of look. All these changes I made for you,
What is behind
Zay.
you that you're scared to fucking show, my dude? Like, I hate this
A
fucking
wall?
these background things. That's what I'm saying. Just show the wall. We'll get you decorations
No.
or something. This fucking
Wallace needs to be decorated. Wallace is a good member of our society. Every wall behind you is named Wallace. Did you not know that?
Okay, my point being is this fucking background shit sucks. Like, dead for real. I'm telling you this as a person to person. The background shit is
Okay.
fucking lame. I call out everyone who
Okay.
does it fucking lame. Whatever you got
Okay.
going on behind you, just make sure it's fucking ready to go next time, so you do not have to have a fucking
See,
lame
this is
background.
the problem with the old nerds is because you feel like your opinion is the only one that matters. And we're co-hosts. We're equal now.
Yes, and I'm also not gonna let you turn my show into some lame fucking shit. 'Cause
Your
make it
show.
entertaining.
See, you got to stop saying that. It's our
I'm
show
gonna
now.
say
sweetie.
my show the same way you're gonna say
Our
your
show.
show. Dude,
I don't
your-
say my show.
You
I say
will.
our show.
Everybody will say
Our
my
show.
show. If
No,
somebody is
only
talking
you
to
do that, Zay. Only
Becky
you.
does it.
This is
I've
you.
heard every fucking host. I've
You
heard Keem do it. I've
do
heard
that.
Becky
Nobody
do it. I don't
else.
give a fuck. It is
You.
at the end of the day my show
You.
the same way. Well, now apparently
It's our
it's gonna
show.
be your show.
our show.
When you talk
our
about
show.
it, you're going to say my show if I'm
No, I'm
not
gonna say
there
our show.
because I'm not in the room. So saying our show wouldn't make fucking sense.
Our show. Yeah. Our show.
Yes. Anyway, so your background looks low budget and trash. I genuinely mean
Yeah.
this coming out of a place of I want our show to be the best as possible. So if we could just get the non-fucking whatever Family Guy background, that shit's lame, looks trash, please.
You don't like Peter Griffin?
I don't like any of the fucking backgrounds where you can see the fucking
Okay, no,
fuzziness
serious. Let's have a
around you.
conversation. Do you not like Family Guy? I grew up watching Family Guy.
What does this have to do with anything, buddy?
We're having a conversation. You said you don't like. I'm just asking. Do you like Family Guy? I
No,
love Family Guy.
I have no problem with fucking Family Guy. I don't really
Have a
care. I watch
conversation with
TV.
me instead of yelling at me.
I
Do
don't
you
watch
like
TV.
Family Guy? Do you like American Dad? You don't watch
I
TV?
think American Dad's better than Family Guy, but I really don't watch
I
TV.
kind of do. I feel like after a certain season, they started getting random and started giving Roger every single
I was
infinite
gonna
power.
say
and it-
Roger fucking carries American.
yeah, he does. He looks. See, we're getting along. Gotcha. We're getting along.
Dude,
I knew I could get it.
I can be cordial with my worst fucking enemy at the end of the day.
I
We
know
can
you
be
can.
Cordial. I'm just trying to make sure that you are here to show. As long as you tell me you're gonna be here for every show, you're gonna show up to these meetings, and we can work on shit. Fine, but I'm telling you, the background thing is my biggest fucking trigger, man. Please get rid of the background.
The fact that it makes you mad so much, I really want to keep it. But I will work with you.
It's
When
not
you-
a trigger
when you
for
start
me. It's a
being
trigger
nice-
as an audience member. Like when I watch other fucking shows and I see people with the backgrounds, I'm just like, this looks low budget and trash, and it makes me want to turn it
Aw.
off. And I know that a lot of other people
Gary's
see
giving
that
me
and
his
say the
money
same
now.
thing.
That's cute. Yeah, if you know it's so fun. Remember, hey Zay, remember when you said you got that super chat that said, "Why does Buff get so much respect and he's not even a host?" And you said, "Correct. Buff's not even a host, and now I'm your co-host." How do you feel about that?
What is that supposed to? Was that supposed to be like an own?
No, you don't like to answer questions when they criticize you, and you're going to criticize me, so I get to ask questions to point back at you.
Right, but my point being is like that's kind of like what answer like would you like? I already told you like I'm way happier you're my host than Glammy, but I'm very hurt that it's not Eric. That's really the best response I could give you. Like I'd rather have you
That's
than Glammy.
actually very genuine, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I'd rather have you than Glammy, but I like Eric is my best friend. He's one of my best friends. It genuinely hurts me to see him go. Like I felt like he put in a lot of work to this show behind the scenes to help me, and like I don't know, it just hurts. Like it fucking sucks. I spend
I would be
every day
upset,
hanging
too.
out with him, dude.
Well, it's nothing like it's not like you can't continue to hang out.
I know, but it's
you know?
just like it's the work that he cares about this show so fucking much, dude, and that's what hurts. Like you guys don't realize how much Eric fucking cares about nerds. Like, and that's what makes me hurt for him, because he has put in the work. Anytime we've, like, for example, like, we've had the meetings where I was like, hey, like, I felt like I was, like, doing more work than everybody else at one point. I said that to Eric. He totally changed up what he was doing, started bringing more content, started, like, coming to the meetings and like, contributing, like, exactly what I asked him to do. And that's what just hurts, because he fucking put in the work to change, to really make this show work for him. And I felt like he showed a display of, like, a new side of him where he's, like, ready to be more cutthroat, and then, like, I don't know.
Well, there you go. Since you hate my background, and now you can just see green.
Thank you.
But no, Eric's gone. This is a new thing. We don't look at the past anymore, Zay. We look towards the future, the horizon in front of us. We will march toward it, whether we fight or we get along.
Yeah.
We're still going in one direction. We got any Attack on Titan fans. We have to keep moving forward, no mater what. Okay?
This animation.
There you go. Look, I'm making you cringe smile. Look,
It's not a
good.
cringe
It's good
smile,
so
it's like
far.
genuine cringe. I fucking hate animation. No, I actually don't hate anime. I've watched.
I know you
a few of
don't.
them.
I thought you like, as an artist, don't you like drawing it? Have you ever drawn an anime
actually,
character?
Yeah, I used to have a book growing up that like taught me how to like draw anime stuff. I used to draw a ton of anime growing up, but I don't know.
My brother had the same book.
It's the fans.
Right.
that
Devastator
TTS.
416 super chatted $20. Going to miss Eric on the show. Please continue to join Nerds VC.
Aw.
One buff weeb. I think your future on this show is bright.
Devastator with the 20 said, going to miss Eric on the show. Please continue to join Nerds VC. One buff weeb. I think your future on this show is bright. And these are these people that you guys call Zay Simps. Just saying.
Hey, now they're still Zay Simps. Nothing wrong with that. Now I got to get my army. The one buff weeb simp army. Please holler up. Go ahead and throw some W's in the chat. Not only does she have simps, we'll all have simps together, because not like you. This is our show and our simps and our supporters. And I'm glad to have every last one of them.
I was gonna see if at some point we could ask Keem for some Goon Squad merch. You know, I guess if you're forming your own Goon Squad, then shit.
Bruh, see, now you're getting it. Now you're getting it. Look, all we gotta have a shirt of you like looking like this, mad at me, and I'm buff doing this, all shirtless.
No.
We just get some artwork going.
No.
Yes.
You're bugging
Put us on slap us on a T-shirt.
Bro, that
Frenemies.
is cringe. I'm gonna call you out
There
if
you
you're being cringe. Sometimes you cringe
Then
me
wrong.
out, dude.
You got
Be
to. You have to
cringe.
tell me. I need to know.
That's too
I
cringe.
need to know.
Too cringe. Just Goon Squad is fine. Just Goon Squad.
Okay. The cringe level needs to go down. I'm sorry. My cringe power level got a little too high. I'm sorry. I got to power down. So I had to put on a shirt.
Give me a visceral reaction, buddy. Midnight Rider with the 199 said 1.2k viewers. You might be wrong. PH? What?
I don't know what that meant.
Who is PH?
Pharaoh art. I think it meant Pharaoh.
And then rewind.
It's a $2.
Yeah. Sorry, I even
It's a
tried
$2.
to read it.
It's a $2 super chat. I understand. You got to really like try to figure out your words when you're doing that. I'm balling on the budget too. It's okay. $2 support. Just rein in all their $2 super chats. Tell us your opinions on us. Tell your opinions on the dynamic and what
There's
you
a
see the
lot of
future
people
being.
in waiting if you want to start dragging some people. I'll leave you to drag in people from waiting because you're new, so I'll let you bring people up.
Okay, let's.
Do you know how to do it? Or do you want?
I think I know. Hey, I did it. What's up, fat and handsome?
Good job.
Oh, give me a second.
Ooh,
1 second.
I gotta turn you.
Yeah, sorry, 1 second.
Oh, thank you, Minty Retro Games. I read the
how's it
chat,
going,
people,
guys?
so I read everything you say. So when you guys
Hello.
talk shit, I'll be there, waiting. Hey, how you doing?
How's it going?
Howdy doodly.
I'm pretty sad about Eric. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Eric.
Like he was good for the show.
Yeah.
You know, he did bring his own character to it.
He did.
Being a member of the docket team, I am gonna clarify that I'm straight up. I'm a little thrown back by the new change in dynamic, but I'm not going to say I'm not willing to work with it, but I do need to see that you're serious about the job, because if you're not serious about it, I'm not going to contribute to your success.
then I will replace you.
That's okay.
I will
But
say,
like I said,
Fat and Handsome is a new member of the DACA team. He wasn't like from my old server that worked on Mafia Milkers or anything. He is him and Final are the two newest members, so they're like, they weren't really my friends. They just kind of came on because they loved the show. Oh, TTS.
Gafgarian super chatted $20. To be clear, this right here is more legit back and forth conversation than has existed on the show all month. Honestly loving the vibe. Will miss Eric and hope to see him show up from time to time. But I think this is gold.
I don't know. Do you need me to read it for you? Sorry.
I just read it myself, but if you want to read it out loud, I'm
it
not
goes off. The TTS goes off in my head.
It goes only in your
Jason
ears.
super
I
chatted
think I got
$20. Big dweeb, glad you're here now. Love the background, man.
No.
I vote keep it.
No.
Hey, see, Zay, I told you people like
you know
my
what?
shitty background.
You know, we'll do a poll. We'll just see what they frickin' say.
No, but
no, if you have
sorry,
a problem with
still talking.
Fat and Handsome, let me just tell you this right now. The moment I see that you're just giving me lip because you're mad because I'm here and Eric's not, I will get rid of you immediately. So I will work with you and I will tolerate you. But once I see a lick of disrespect towards me, you're gone. Understood?
It's fine. I don't have to support you if I don't want to.
As long as we understand, and I'm happy to have you.
No, I want to say that I'm willing to work with you, but I need to see you put in the work. That was the issue with Glammy.
How do you
she
think
was
I
not
got
putting
here?
in the equal work.
Well, I don't know what people think. I've been in this lolcow universe for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, almost a month.
Did you miss
I'm
the
already
beginning
on the
of the
show.
Wait, did you miss the beginning of the show where we kind of aired out our grievances about what she wasn't doing? Did you see all that?
Yes, I agree. No, and if that look, I'm gonna let you know something. In my career, I've worked in the kitchen my whole life, most of my life. I'm only thing I'm missing is my complete chef certification, but my head chef told me I'm basically what I need. I don't need it on paper. I'm gonna let you know something. I work in the kitchen. The kitchen runs with people understanding what they're doing and how they're working with each other. If teamwork is not working and we have a missing link, we're not doing our job, and that link will be corrected. I've been with that. I have no problem. I'm here to put this on my back and carry if people need to take a break. I'm here to be. Ooh, DTS.
No.
Your hands go up.
I thought it was for a second, but it was.
I trained myself, Zay.
One thing I wanted to say though is like, okay, I'm not saying this out of a place of being fucked up. I mean this. I felt like you haven't put in the work to be on a show yet. You sucked off Rewind for a show, and now you need to show that you've earned your spot. That's all. Like genuinely.
I love how you say things without any like. What do you think? What did I do to suck off Rewind? I hopped on and say hi to my buddy Billy.
Well, like, you kind of did the same thing I felt like Rastov did, where you, like, would go on Rewind, you, like, hang out on Rewind, you suck off Rewind for a show. That's, like, the best way. And it worked for Rastov. I was going to say, it worked for TTS.
Seth looks super chatted $19.99.
Seth!
Buff, this isn't going to work if your OBS runner is going to cringe anytime you reference anime. Please consider getting a new OBS runner that actually likes more than one normie nerd thing.
Anyways, I was going to say, so the thing worked for Rastov, you know what I'm saying? Because then after that, he earned his fucking spot. Aussie has become a fucking fantastic show. I used to be an Aussie hater, and that's how you know. Like, I genuinely just like the content. So I'm just saying, I want to see that same thing. So he did the same thing as you, where he, like, did the Rewind thing, and I just want to see you prove that you earned this fucking spot after.
I think I've proven myself enough, and if I don't have to prove myself to anybody besides the audience that I've been trying to entertain, if I'm sucking off anybody, it's the audience that have been around. It's not Rewind. I don't have to suck off Rewind. You can go look at my donations. I'm poor. I send $2 super chats just to say hi to people and send cryptic messages like I do to you.
Travis do super chatted $20. Why does this show need a docket team? Or why does the docket team get to say a host needs to prove their spot? Pokagaga super chatted $19.99. Buff, isn't that Buff? He carried me out of a 15-story burning building once and he was sweating at the end of it.
Why does this show need a docket team? I guess really no show technically needs a docket team, but why would you not take the help if you can get it? And I feel like all the docket team members are here. They all came on the show because they want to see the show succeed. And I feel like the only reason, if they're coming off critical of Buff Weeb, is because they've worked with these other people in the past who have let them down. So they're just like they love this show, man. They really do. Like
Yeah, we
Fat
do.
and Handsome, Final, fucking Gaff, Exile Bree, they fucking love this show. And if they're coming off maybe a little fucking aggressive, it's just because
my
of how much
boy
they care about it.
Billy. Hold on.
Hi, Billy.
William the Fridge. What is up?
Ladies and
Hey.
gentlemen.
You fucking
What do you have to
wait,
say
no.
about me sucking you off
Billy,
for
you
a show,
fucking
Billy?
knew, didn't you?
Was I
Billy, you
good at it?
fucking knew. When I asked you, you fucking knew, didn't you, Billy?
I had no idea that you would
Oh.
still be here.
You fucking knew, though.
No, I didn't know. I knew that we got a host role. I knew that One Buff Weeb was gonna go somewhere. I didn't know that Nerds was gonna be here. I didn't know he was gonna be on Nerds. I didn't know anything other than he was getting put somewhere. I didn't know if it was going to be today, but I did know he was going somewhere.
I'm going to respond to Mono. If you guys do 30 gifted, he'll put back on the Peter Griffin background.
There you go. That seems like compromise
I'm
right
trying to get
there.
along with my co-host, so I'll agree with her. I'll put on my fun, shitty background, and if you go ahead and do 40 and send, I'll put the Zay background up instead.
If you do 40 gifted, he'll do the background of me.
The microphone sucks, the camera sucks, the background sucks, and still you're killing it. Still you're killing it. Still you're killing it. Still you're killing it.
It peaks really bad when you do that.
You're
I like
killing
the
it.
Goku tapestry that you had.
You're
I don't
killing
know.
it.
TTS.
They made fun
Garian
of me.
super chatted $20.
Buff, you're killing it. You're
TTS.
My
cooking.
goal is to not be on a fucking docket team. I didn't want to be and still don't. I enjoy contributing, but a show should survive without a docket team.
Facts. I'm not gonna lie. Gaff has put in a lot to this show, but that's just because he wants to see the show succeed. If it could come down to me and you just planning the show and we didn't really need a docket team and Gaff could just do thumbnails, I'm sure they would love that too.
Yeah. Or I can hire my own docket team members, and we can see who's good, and we could do a Hunger Games-esque, and whoever's useless can get kicked the fuck out.
I mean, I'm not opposed
I think what
to
you got to do is see how
Lily Masai
Lily.
super
TTS.
chatted $20, sending love to Eric and Glimmy. I wish them all the best. Welcome to the nerd team, Buff. I am excited to see what you can do.
Thank you for all the support, Lily. We've always appreciate you over here. I know we're both sad to see them go. Well,
Thank you,
sad to see
Lily.
one go.
I appreciate it.
What you got to do is
do you
see
want?
how the two of you operate together and see what you really need after that. You
Aw,
can't
Giddy,
look
I love
back.
You too.
You can't
I
look
think we're
back
good.
on how things were because how things were are no longer, right?
Thank you, Gaff.
Thank you, Gav, for gifting the 5.
You can't
Arch
compare
World,
Buff
buddy.
to
Welcome to Band
Eric
World,
or
buddy.
Glammy or anybody. Like coming in here and saying if you are anything like Glammy is wrong.
Poisoning
Putting
the
the
well
past
already.
on the future, putting the past on the future is the wrong deal.
I think it's just like a PTSD thing for the docket members,
It
honestly.
kinda
Like, it's
is,
literally just
yeah.
PTSD of working with her. Like,
Yeah, and the docket is not the show, right?
Agreed.
You're here to help the show.
Oh, wait. We
You
got,
guys-
okay. Fat and Handsome, I'm going to exchange you out real quick. I'm going to bring you right back, okay?
All right, cool.
Hold on. I got somebody that I know wants to talk real quick. And well, nope. Our pay pick money comes first. Epic Brady, what's up? Bring it back. Welcome to Lol Cow Nerds. Do you have anything to say?
why that? That just scared the shit out of me. What the hell
did.
was that?
I didn't know what that was either.
So, welcome to Local Nerds, Fat Handsome Gamer. No, Fat Fuck, sorry.
He's also a docket team member.
Yeah, sorry. Well, Buff Weeb, sorry. Welcome to the welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm looking forward to working with you. That's all I wanted to tell you.
Me too. You know what? Like anybody that has any animosity towards me, I'm letting you know. I don't have a problem with Zay. I don't have a problem with Fat and Handsome. Any of the docket team, all of you guys are a part of my team. We are a team together. You guys are here for us, and I appreciate every step of the way. I don't want you thinking just because I replaced Glammy and Eric that I'm just going to go ahead and take over everything and I'm going to be there. I'm here to be entertaining.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I'm here to be entertaining and be funny and help bring in more people to the show as best I can. And that's all I plan to do.
I was
Amen.
gonna say, you mentioned grabbing your own docket team members. After this, we'll like make a group chat. If you have people you want to put on the docket team, I'll put them in the group chat with my docket team, and then we'll figure out how we could start planning for shows.
There we go.
Now, Zayzuri, I think you accused Buff of sucking off Rewind, right?
Was I good at it?
He was heavy on your nuts.
Like, you remember Pharaoh
Another grudge
and
situation?
Leppy?
Yeah.
Pharaoh and Leppy, they all kind of jumped on Rewind and got spotted on Rewind as well. You named
Rastov did the
Rastov.
same thing and it worked for him. That was my point. So I feel like the people who suck off Rewind, you can either be a Leppy or you could be a Rastov. That's my example.
It's not a suck off Rewind. Rewind's always been a jump off.
I know.
Rewind is a place where people can come on and they know they have somebody to work with, because I'm like, we were talking last night in Nerds, and I believe you yourself said that I'm a host that just about anybody can work with.
Facts.
That includes people who aren't hosts. People get time to shine when they're on Rewind because I know how to get the best out of people. It's one of my gifts. And Buff is a friend of mine from way back. I already know him, so he's gonna shine right off the bat. And the cool thing about him is, it's him. It ain't me making him shine. He just turned it on, and Keem saw a little bit of it on Rewind, and put him right here on Nerds because people loved him. The guy's charming. The guy's funny.
Yeah, that was my point. Like Rastov, the same thing happened for him. He was on Rewind all the time, and then he like got put on a show, and then like the people loved him. So I think that he like, if he wants to, has the potential to be Rastov, or he has the potential to be a Leppy, and I don't want to see that because he's coming on my show.
Comparing me to other people. I'm not a Rastov.
No, I'm just
not
using
a
that as like an example.
I'm a one
using
buff
that
weed.
as clearly, but I'm using that as an example.
I think Buff was on Rewind like once before I heard Keem bring him up to me about being on a possible show. Definitely. Because he just stood
Unless
out
he
that
brought
quick.
it up to you first before he announced it, then I'm like.
I'm gonna let
Keem-
you be able to bring up some other people. I just wanted to welcome Buff Weeb.
Oh, thank you.
And Billy, if that's how you get shows nowadays, I'll be on later to suck you off.
I'm saying Rewind has always been the jump off spot for people to test their
I tell
talents.
people the same thing though. I'm not saying it's a bad way.
Suck you
I'm
off
just
later,
saying
Billy.
that is what he did. Like, I'm sorry. I use fucking aggressive words in my speech.
Now I gotta bring in the guy. I gotta bring him in. SSJ Pharaoh, welcome to Lol Cow Nerds.
Oh, the same guy who said he was never coming on the show again? Yeah, welcome back.
Oh no, I came back here. I only came back because One Buff Weeb is now on the show.
Yeah, and he's a better version
I'm
of you.
excited. I don't give a fuck what you're gonna say right now, okay? Sir, congratulations, sir. I am so happy for this
I
shit.
could still keep
You will make shut up. You will make nerds. You will make nerds great.
Pharaoh, like I'm here for this. I'm here for this. But since me and her are co-hosts, and I have to let this pink-haired lady try to like me, just say it. If she starts talking, just be a little quiet, and then go back to roasting. Okay? Don't stop the
But
energy.
also-
just put a pause.
And I
But also, you might not know this One Buff Weeb. She's actually purple hair. I'm gonna let you guys cook. Good shit. Keep the show running. Nerds ain't dead yet. You guys are killing it. Have a good show.
I
Thank you,
also
Phil.
just wanted to say, One Buff Weeb came in and said he was going to take your spot. Literally did, and I'm still here and you're not. How's that feel, Pharaoh?
I don't really care right now. I want to know why? Because at least with him here and you still here, his personality will shine beyond you and make it actually
Says
nerdy.
the guy with no
I enjoy
personality who got kicked off the show. You really know a lot about content personality.
That's your
buddy, I'm
shit.
sure.
That's you. That's you saying that shit.
Dude,
Not-
every time you come to battle me, you look stupid as fuck. Oh, there he goes.
Hey, Zay, come on.
Don't deny it. We both know.
Why you gotta kick him?
I didn't kick him. I actually don't even have
Oh, you
my
let-
hands near the thing. I was holding my monster.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so used to you kicking people. I'm sorry. I just come on.
Yeah,
You
unless
can't
see
blame
my
me.
hand go like this, I'm not
No,
using my mouse.
Okay, so you just left. Pharaoh in the chat. Go ahead. I appreciate everything. Let's go ahead and bring a couple more people on. All right. Oh, speaking of this, I don't know if you're gonna like this, but go ahead. Hello, my British friend. How are you doing today?
What is up, One Buff Weeb, you beautiful dude, you. I just want to quickly say, like, congratulations, dude. Like, genuinely.
Can you hear my applause?
I'm happy for you, bro. I'm happy
does
for you.
that
That's
sound?
great. Like, honest to God, I'm really, really happy for you. That's awesome. I also just want to point out something really quick. Eric, sincere condolences for the situation. Same with Glammy. She doesn't care about you, though. She doesn't care. She doesn't care that you're gone. Because if she cared, she'd do exactly what Grim did for me and Test.
Yeah, that's
I'm
funny,
just
buddy.
saying.
Remember when you said I was getting fired
Look
last
how
night?
quick she forgot.
Oh,
Huh?
remember when you said I was getting fired last night? Look who's
I
still
said
here.
I can't wait to see tomorrow, and I said I hope you get fired. But you know what? This is
At
actually
least
better.
I didn't dance
This
on
is
your
better.
grave when you got
I
fired.
agree.
I literally,
Way
Here's
better.
the funny part,
Honest
buddy.
to God, Keem
Decorum.
is a beautiful man.
Here's the
This
funny
is
part,
way
buddy.
better.
I didn't dance on your grave when you got fired. I actually said that I felt
did.
like you would have a redemption arc. And on top of that, I praised you today, saying I gave you the credit for being at Fat Camp, doing the work and all the shit. But here's the thing,
But you
you're
also
so
accused him of
obsessed
being a
with me.
gooner.
Yeah, he is a fucking
Obsessed.
gooner. Has me as his
No, he's
fucking
not.
page 5. Oh, you took it off
It's
now because you
weird.
got called
No,
out.
no.
You took it off because
No,
you got called out.
it's still there. It's still there for a skit, actually.
Research.
You're on
Oh, now you have a
you're on about
skit
your
to make.
TikTok.
Mhm.
You're on about your TikTok. It's weird that you want me to be gooning over it because you keep mentioning that. Let's
Yeah, 'cause
elaborate on
why-
that a little bit.
who the
Because you keep
fuck-
saying, I keep saying that I'm not gooning. I keep saying this planning for a skip. You're like, nah, you're gooning. Why do you want me to be gooning on you? That's a bit
Because,
weird, no?
bro,
It's a bit fucking strange.
we-
A bit obsessive. I mean, I know
Are you
history's
gonna let
condemned
me
to repeat
respond, or
itself
are you
of
just
how you
gonna
just.
keep
I'm
talking
just,
over
I'm
me
just,
on my own
Hold
show?
on.
I'm elaborating on my
Because
point.
I'm gonna mute
Just
you
let-
if you're gonna keep talking
Let her
over
talk
me.
real quick. Let her talk real quick, Nightmare. I love you.
So, we all know what I freaking do. My TikTok is thirst traps, cringy TikToks. The entire app is fucking cringe. If you really think that you have an own moment by bringing up my 20,000 follower TikTok, good job, buddy. But
Ooh,
That's a
nice
fact.
plug right there. 20,000.
that's not even. No, that wasn't a fucking
Okay.
plug. I'm saying everybody
wait,
already knows
wait.
it exists.
You don't know the skit I was going to do. What I was going to do was actually buy like an anime dress and recreate one of your TikToks.
Yeah, my
That's
point
what I was
being,
gonna do with a
though,
fake
my point
wig.
being, though, is that there was no skit. You got caught,
But
buddy.
no,
We
that
all
was
know
the
what it
skit.
is.
I've
We
just
all
told
know
you
what
the
it
skit.
was. Yes,
No,
I
no,
don't
you wanted
believe
to. You wanted to be a gooning situation because you're
Look,
fucking
man,
weird.
you went to Fat Camp because
You
your
wanted
sugar
to be a
daddy
gooning
paid for
situation.
it. Congratulations, but
Oh,
I didn't
you mean
go to
I
Fat
put in
Camp
the
because
effort
I
to
got
get
my
there by
real-
any means necessary, and you didn't.
Oh, you
I had a week to
you
figure out how
hired
to
a
get
sugar
there.
daddy to pay for your whole fucking thing.
I
I
had
have
a
real
week.
life. I've got bills. I got shit to
So
fucking
have I.
do. Sorry
So
that
have
I
I. I have
couldn't
a
take off
mortgage.
2 weeks off of work or be like Lammy and take a month off of work and a month off of my show.
I had
No,
to sort
you
out
can't.
work as well, dude. What do you mean? I had to sort out my real job as well. I have full-time work. You know that,
But
right?
somebody paid your way to go to Fat Camp, didn't they?
Someone helped, yeah, and I'm not going to deny that because they offered to help. Who offered to help you, though? Who offered to help you to go there?
Buddy, you're missing a lot of fucking behind the scenes info. I actually did
Someone
have
was
somebody
generous
offer
enough to
pay me
help.
$2,000 to go, and I said no because I didn't
No,
want
they
to
didn't.
fucking
They
go.
didn't. They didn't offer me 2,000.
Okay.
It wasn't any of that. But I also said I would pay them back as well. To be fair, yeah. So but who offered to help you though? Like for real? Who's
Bro,
actually
I'm
offered to
not
help?
fucking
Why didn't you
outing
put in
his
the
shit.
effort?
I'm not outing his shit. Okay, to explain.
Why were
He
you
offered me
asking for your
he
real
offered
life
me the
wages
money-
to be covered
He offered me
as
the
a
money to
condition for you
go,
to go
but
there?
it still would not cover it. I had to take, like Becky said, same thing. I had to get cat sitters. Bullshit. It's stupid as fuck to be hashing out my
I have
real life.
I have 3 German shepherds, 4 snakes, a bearded dragon, and a tortoise.
Wait, say that
All I
again.
know is cat.
I have
take
3
care of
German shepherds, 4 snakes, a bearded dragon, and a tortoise. So, what are you talking about looking after pets? What do you mean?
Damn, Nightmare, you're Dr. Doolittle.
I do.
Okay.
But I studied animals. You know what I mean? I love my pets, man.
I said it. I said it yesterday on Locale Live, and I'm gonna say it here. I'm not gonna explain my personal life to anybody.
No,
You-
but again, you
you
keep
went
bringing up points,
because
and I'm challenging them. You
you
brought
Hold on,
up
real quick.
points,
Hold
I
on,
didn't
wait,
bring
hold
them
on,
up.
hold on, both of y'all. Money, hold on. Miss Solo, thank you so much. I love
Oh
you.
yeah, I was gonna.
Right,
Yeah,
continue.
I always do the tens after the argument and stuff.
I read every chat.
Yes, I just want to say, Nightmare, you have a sugar daddy. You went because you are a fan. Congratulations.
I
I'm
want a
happy
sugar
that
daddy.
worked out
'Cause I'm a
for you.
fan.
But we do have some other people in waiting. I'm going to bring up on our show today.
Oh.
Alrighty. Who do you want to bring up next?
Zay, can you give me a warning before you kick people?
I did just give
please?
you a warning.
Yeah. Can you count down
I
to
need
10?
to let you know, Buff Weeb. We will talk about
Yes.
this off air. Pirate is banned from our show for playing copyrighted music on the show. He tried to get our stream taken down. We cannot bring him up for members waiting. I will show
Oh.
you the stream where it happened. We can talk about it behind the scenes, but I just need to let you know you cannot bring Pirate up.
Is that like a Keem thing or a you thing?
We could talk to Keem about it, but I'll show you the stream, bro. I'm
Yeah,
no
okay,
joke.
okay,
He tried to
okay.
play
No,
copyrighted music.
I saw the stream. I was there for the
And
stream.
he
That's not
admitted
that.
in the chat he
And-
tried to get the stream taken down. Like I do
Okay.
not fuck with that.
Okay. Can you want to just nip this in the butt right now?
No, I do not want him. I'm dead for real. I'm not joking. Do not put him on the stream.
I was just saying, if he comes on and he plays copyrighted stream, we'll kick him from the Discord
Dude.
entirely.
No. See, that's beyond that, dude. He's a flip-flopping bitch. Pirate is banned from the fucking
Hey, look,
Nerds
you're
VC.
being, he's a pirate. What else is he supposed to be?
I mean,
Pirate, I love you. Okay, but now we got another
Super
person. Let's see. Let's see what's going on.
$19.34.
Hi, Scully. Welcome to
Explain
low
excited
cow
for the
nerds.
future of nerds.
How's
Yellow
it
heart
going?
emoji.
Hey, I'm doing good. You were on Rewind
So-
talking with Xylee about me yesterday, right?
Absolutely. Not only am I on Rewind, but I'm on their docket team and I'm on Live's docket team. And all I have to say is this: any docket team members who are disrespectful to hosts should just be canceled immediately. It should just be canned immediately because it's our job. We're volunteering to help the host. We're not being paid. You're giving your time. If you have an ego with your time, you should get going. Give that space to somebody who's willing to help. Also, Zay, when it comes to playing copyrighted music, you know you can just mute soundboards while you're
He wasn't
live,
using a
and then
soundboard.
it wasn't.
Back it up, Scully. He wasn't using a soundboard. He was directly playing copyrighted music. Said he was trying to do it to get our stream taken down. I understand that you want to talk your shit because you're a hating ass bitch, but ultimately you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I'm not a hating ass bitch. You don't know me.
You've always been.
Hey, wait.
Actually, if you look back, there's been times where I've actually said positive things about you. I judge you based upon your
Scully is
character.
very neutral.
Nothing
Very-
else.
Yes, you
Scully-
judge me
Scully
because
is
you
ve-
look like a gremlin and you're mad. Anyways.
Hey.
Who cares about my looks? Sweetie, I'm not
This
here
lady
to
is-
be a host.
this lady-
I'm
this
not
lady is
here.
wonderful.
You can think
I'm not
that,
here
I
to be a
know.
host. I'm not here to get attention or to get gooners or to get attention from men. I'm here
She's
because
here
I
to
like
say her
the community.
opinion, right?
I'm here because I want to support the LCU. I put in a lot of time and effort. You can ask almost
Thank you.
every
Yet you're not a
host
host on a show,
about how much
are you?
host.
Yeah, you're not.
Scully,
I don't want to
I
be a host.
appreciate all you
I
do.
literally have said multiple times on Rewind and on other shows and on Aussie when I've called in, I don't want to be a host. I want to work behind the scenes. I put my time and effort where I feel I work best.
Not
I don't
everybody
feel
wants to
I'm
be in the
entertaining
spotlight.
enough. I don't feel I'm entertaining enough to be a host. But I can say this, your docket team members are little bitches who have too much ego for the fact that they don't deserve it. They're just people who support your show. They are not anybody special. I'm not anybody special.
I don't think any of
but
them
I
came
at least
on
know
here.
that.
I don't think any of them
Really?
came on here.
Somebody came out.
Are you going to
Whoa.
interrupt the host of the show? Or are you
Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'll
because
kick you because once
Handsome
again,
Gamer.
you're not a host. You are not a host. You can
Mhm.
simmer down. Here's the thing. I'm gonna mute you if you talk over me, and that's that. So, Fat and Handsome Gamer came on and he asked Buff Weeb straight up, "Hey, are you gonna do X, Y, and Z?" I already explained why he has animosity, like the fucking PTSD, whatever the fuck. They're all pissed about working with Glammy, but. Once again, do I condone them being upset? Of course they could be upset, but like how they're gonna talk to him is how they're gonna talk to him. Everybody's a fucking person at the end of the day. But I don't think that anybody's going to take him coming in here and saying, "I'll fire you if I want to." Like
Yeah, I
they're
will.
people too, you know what I'm saying? And it's my docket team as well. And I'm not gonna let you fire anybody just because you think you can. This has been my show longer than it has been yours. You still have
our
to
show.
prove
It's been
yourself.
your show for a few
Our show. Zay, you got to accept that. It's our show.
Yeah,
And those
maybe.
are our docket team members. And if I feel like they are
Yeah,
not
exactly.
equal and they are disrespectful,
Yeah,
they will
we'll
be
see.
gone.
You guys
Yeah, we'll
work
see.
as a team.
Yeah.
You guys
will
will be
see.
working as a team and having a docket team who supports the team.
And so
Not
as a
you.
Not you.
so as a random docket team member for random shows, why does your opinion matter?
Well,
She-
Oh, it doesn't.
my opinion didn't matter. That's why
Hold on, Zay.
I didn't jump in. I don't have the
Zay.
power to do that by choice.
Hold on real quick. Scully, don't you pay to be able to have access to the VC?
Absolutely. I pay
So
for
why-
access to
so
literally
Zay,
everything.
Oh, do you
why
pay
do
for
you-
I
nerds?
am a
Oh, wait,
person.
Does she pay for nerds?
I can do it right now.
Ah, there we go. Got it. You're not even a
Hey,
nerds member.
I don't
but
join
whatever.
nerds.
Shit.
She's still part of the
Guess
universe.
what? When you're part of the
Shout out
universe,
TTS. It's more
If
important than
anyone
you.
has
Coach Gaga.
PTSD about Glammy, maybe they should try turning off the PC.
Yeah, PTSD was just the word I'm using, but y'all haven't worked
W
with her.
Pokey Gaga. W Pokey Gaga.
Pokey Gaga, the amazing man, the myth, the legend, the non-homosexual that we fully tested,
Maybe-
by the way.
Maybe you should take off that Karen attitude that you have and actually try to interact with your host, your co-host, and treat him not like your human shield like you did with Eric.
Here's the
And that
thing,
with that,
Sully.
I'm going to say goodbye.
I've made it farther in this universe being myself, doing what I do, than you ever have and ever will. So here's the thing.
Thank you.
You can't tell me how to act and not act on a show because I'm still here. Who are the two hosts that didn't make it and who made it? Now let's see why that is. Yeah. All right. So don't tell me how I'm gonna act on my own show because that ain't gonna happen. Also, we
Scully,
have Epic Brady being
Scully.
a pay pig for 1 month who said, "I thought I was very welcoming to Buff." So did I. You literally came
You
on
are.
and said, "That's what I'm saying."
You are. No, I'm not talking about you. Look. Anybody that I say that's not fitting the role for a docket team member for our new dynamic will be gone. I'm not talking about anybody specifically. Okay, if I'm new, I'm not gonna just come through and banhammer anybody or just get rid of anybody. But over the week, over the month, while I'm here, if we hit snags, I'll talk to Zay.
Yeah, that's
I'll
fine.
let her know these are my concerns, and I feel I'll bring up points. And if those points don't get addressed, I'll go even further, and that's about it. But no, Abyss, you're what's it called? Not Abyss. Epic Brady. You were nice. You were confirmed. I mean, you like came on. You're very cordial. But there's also
Gafgarian
people
super chatted $20.
that I can definitely
Pretty
see
sure the
that
point
will have a
Fat and
problem
Handsome
with
was
this new
making
guy.
is
Ooh.
he isn't willing to work again for a host that doesn't put effort on their own show. I don't think it was a targeted slight on Buff as much as a final frustration over Glammy.
Yes, Gaff is better at speaking than me. I don't know. Did you read that, Dono?
No, I literally just noticed it came up. Can you read it for me?
Yeah, so it says pretty sure that Fat and Handsome Gamer the point that Fat and Handsome Gamer was making is that he isn't willing to work again for a host that doesn't put in as much effort on their show. I don't think it was a targeted slight on Buff as much as it was a final frustration over Glammy. I agree with that 100%. I don't think Fat and Handsome was coming up here trying to be like, fuck you, Buff Weeb. I think he was trying, like, he is one of the people that has been the most frustrated with Glammy because he's newer to the docket team, so he's seen the shit, like, as of recent, and so I feel like he's just genuinely frustrated with that, so he kind of, like, took, like, not like he took it out on you, but he, like...
He did.
In a way,
No,
but
he
not
did.
meaning to...
I understand why he's miffed, but look, let me go ahead and say this to you, Fat and Handsome. If you have anything against somebody else and you choose that to project that onto me, that is nobody's fault but yourself.
But I don't
If
think he
you
was
want-
projecting
if
it
you want-
onto you. I think he was straight up just trying to ask you, but maybe the way he was asking came off a little more aggressive than what he meant to, but he genuinely was just trying to ask you.
I've been a part of this show officially for 30 minutes and people are telling me I need to prove myself.
Well, I just think
You know-
they mean in time. You know what I'm saying? No one's expecting you to prove yourself tomorrow. Nobody's expecting you to prove yourself even by necessarily the end of the week. But, you know, there's going to be time for you to prove, hell yeah. Because you talked a lot of shit saying that you could fucking bring a lot of shit to nerds. So I want to see what that shit is that you could bring. Because I have some ideas on how to take this show to another fucking, like,
level,
and I think you do as well, and if we combine those ideas, then maybe we can do this. Like, I am very fucking upset that Eric is gone. I'm not gonna lie. He cares about this show.
I understand.
But
it's losing a friend.
I'm not losing him as a friend. We are always still gonna be friends.
Yeah, I'm talking about on the show.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, it's like
your
losing
co-host,
camaraderie and the good, like, you know, back and forth we had on the show. But I do think, Fat and Handsome is asking if he could come back on to clarify. Is that okay?
Oh, that's fine. You want me to? I'll drag him in.
I got it. I already pulled him in.
Okay.
But yeah, so I don't know. I think this all fucking. It's been a day.
But
Sorry, I was
waiting. We have somebody else. But yes, go ahead, Fat and Handsome. Thank you. I'm listening.
okay. Sorry, I wanted to clarify when I was on previously, but I was giving respect to everyone speaking at the time. I don't like the
You were.
butt
I
in.
appreciate that.
So, what I mean is that to be quite honest, I am looking forward to working with you because I feel like you can bring in nerd content, can reach out past the LCU. You know anime clearly. I don't know what else you bring to the table other than that because I haven't had the chance to speak with you behind the scenes. But I never said that you needed to prove yourself. All I'm saying is that I just want to see you contribute. And I look forward to working with you, and I'm sure we can squash the beef. It was a misunderstanding.
Look,
What I'm
let me
saying,
go ahead and
I'm
say
not
this.
conceding to anything.
I like to nip things in the butt very quickly. I like to be direct. I'm a type of person who likes to play around and have jokes, but I'm very direct with people. And if we came off in the wrong way, I apologize for my end. But I'm letting you know, you're not dealing with Glamming. You're not dealing with Pharaoh. You're not dealing with Eric. And I apologize that I've lost him. But you're working with me now. And I'm letting you know, I'm here at 100% full power every single day. And if there's ever a problem, there's anything that comes up, you, Zay, and everybody a part of our team are going to know. We are together. We are not Zay's show. We are not Buff's show.
Oh, yeah.
We are not.
No.
We are not. We are
Absolutely
low-cow nerds. And nerds are going to fight. Nerds are going to bicker. We're going to have a bitch boy slap fight every now and then. But I'm trying to tell you, there you go. I got a smile out of you. There you go. But
Didn't get a smile out of me. I was just being
this is the
honest
first
and
time I've
upfront
seen it,
about
man.
what we've experienced.
Hey, this is the first time I've seen it. You got a nice smile, bud. You got a nice smile. This is the first time I've seen it. Okay. But like I said, I'm willing to work with everybody. I'm not here to be a a Trump and fired, you're fired. I'm not trying to be doing that at all. I'm just trying to be a part of this universe that Keem brought me into. And I am you gotta understand something. This has been my dream, just to do this for a long time. Like, Zay can say I sucked off Rewind or whatever. I've been making Snapchat videos, all types of weird videos, and everybody's been telling me all my life, you need to do this, you need to do that. But I've always been scared. It's always scared to take a new step into something in life. But I'm here, and I'm letting you know it's going to be fucking fun.
Snapchat video?
All right, man.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of Snapchat videos are you doing?
Well, those two. But also, it's me just talking about gym time. You understand something? I've been working out for the last, 5 years, and I've had some very fun gym stories that are fucking hilarious. I have a lot of funny dating stories I would go over. My life is just one big weird-ass comic, and I hate it. It's fucking ridiculous. I don't know if you know this, Fat and Handsome. I used to be 350 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I got some interesting ass things. My high school experience could be a funny ass fucking story. You ever watched you ever had to read a book called Schooled? Anybody that actually knows?
I haven't heard of it.
It's about a young nerd that his mom is a hippie and is explaining his life through middle school. It's actually a beautiful book. You guys should go read it. But how do I say this? I've never been a person that can be pinned down. Is he going to do this? Is he going to do that? I am very unpredictable. I will say that. I don't even know what the fuck I'm going to say next. I normally just keep talking until something falls out of my fucking mouth. But, yeah, see you go. There you go, Zay. Go ahead and throw them jabs. We're going to have fun. That's all I can have to say. Yeah. We're going to have fun.
I will say we are in our last 5 minutes, though. So if you want to bring up, one more person before we start closing out the show, because I'm not getting a fucking speeding ticket.
Our king left.
Oh, I was going to say we could bring up Final. He's another DACA team member. I'm sure he would want to.
Yeah, he's another DACA team.
Done. What's up, Final?
Yeah, what's going on? You guys can hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, Final.
You have an ugly soul, Zay. Don't be picking on Scully, you bitch.
I don't give a fuck.
All right. What's going on, everybody? Buff, congrats, man.
Really quickly, I just want to say something. I didn't even say shit back to John. If somebody says a bunch of fucking shit to me in the main chat, calls me all these fucking things, what am I gonna be nice to them when they come on my show? Fuck no. Fuck that gremlin ass bitch. You look like fucking Scully. Anyways, continue.
So I know you guys are gonna wrap up pretty soon, but I just want to say, when it comes to the whole nerd show, the reason why I want to be become a part of the show is because I have a huge passion for games and movies and stuff like that, and I fucking love starting debates. Seeing people start attacking each other in the chat is my favorite thing. Same. But Buff, I love that you're here, man. At first I was like, do you know what? I don't know how I feel about this, but after watching for a while, you know what you're doing behind a microphone. Speaking behind a microphone, if you ever want any help or finding things when it comes to equipment for mics and cameras, lighting, stuff like that, I'm super picky about that stuff. Just hit me up, man.
He's your guy with any tech shit.
You're automatic. Really well, yesterday you were automatically my best friend because I was sending those cryptic messages and you said, "Oh, we got to read those in an anime villain voice." I'm like, this guy gets it. This guy knows.
I was reading my head. I was like, let me see which anime voice should I use for this one.
This is the anime cringe that I'm talking about.
No, but listen, dude, if you guys ever do a gaming debate or whatever stuff like that, I'll be more than happy to come on debate you guys.
Exile Warrior, welcome to Cash Cow.
Look, we synced up right there with a delay. You saw that, Zay? That rhymed too.
It wasn't synced on
that was crazy.
It might have been for you.
Oh, at least on my end. But no.
Oh, shit. We got 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. Final statements from everybody.
Yes. Wrap it up.
We'll talk soon, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. See you.
All right. All right. So I guess this has definitely been a show. I wasn't expecting this to be the outcome.
Me neither.
Would you love to give your final statements to the chat before I move to the outro?
Okay. It's nice to be here. Everybody, One Buff Weeb is now part of the LolCow universe, officially, and we have a bright future ahead of us, and I hope we all can have fun together.
Absolutely. Alrighty, thank you for joining me today, Buff Weeb. I will see you tomorrow, and I'm gonna get moving to the outro.
See?
Alrighty. Yeah. It's been a show. Certainly. I'm not gonna lie. Usually I know what to say at the end here, but I don't gotta lie. Like, I have never been so shook in my life. This was not at all how I thought things were gonna end. This is not at all where I thought I'd end up. But I said it before, I'll say it again. I'd rather work with Buff Weeb than Glammy any day of the week. I know we've had our differences, but I will say I do feel like he's here for the good of the show, and that is the one thing that I have said a million times over, is that I want this fucking show to succeed. Will I be super fucking sad that Eric isn't here with us? Absolutely. I felt like he deserved this spot just as much as I did. But with that being said, you know, there is strengths and there's weaknesses, and that isn't to say that Eric won't be on another show another time. All of you guys saying for me to give him love, don't you worry. Like, immediately after this, he's the first person I'm going to be calling. So if there's anything you guys want to have me say, let me know in the comments, and I will pass it on to him. I know he loves all of you guys the way you love him. So thank you guys for tuning in to today's show. I don't know where things are going to be going forward, but we'll see. There's an awesome show coming up for you guys next. Go tune into Local Milkers. They will be on for you guys right now.